Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for pain.
Here we go again, it's the same old thing. Boogie is lying while Keem's trying to talk to wins. They be bullshitting, spitting Lolcow slang. Scam Tommy and kick them out, you know Keem running this gang. But live on YouTube ain't no pre-recorded games. Fuck around you like it's one in your brain. Hey, Lolcow, Nick, but it's the Lolcow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Lolcow, Nick, but it's the Lolcow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Now Boogie got his nipples tippled from a hippie Twiggy who was pretty but shitty towards little Stevie, and 50 years later we all paying the price. But Wings had things that only kings could dream on this history. He leaked to the show and we all pay for it twice. And if page 5 stays high up in Wings' mind like the bird shit in our eyes, then try as we might, we still pay the price. Lolcow, Nick, but it's the Lolcow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Lolcow, Nick, but it's the Lolcow. You be watching it, you watching it. Lolcow, Nick, but it's the Lolcow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Lolcow, Nick, but it's the Lolcow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Now Keem's theme is the Scream Team, but mean stream to his team and later come clean that it was all a dream and he owns everything, and the Iron Team was him.
Yup.
And the stream deems Keem to be the meme king, and the meme queen is Boogie's lean tween who needs keys so she can leave, please rescue the kid. Lolcow, Nick, but it's the Lolcow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Lolcow, Nick, but it's the Lolcow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Lolcow, Nick, but it's the Lolcow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Lolcow, Nick, but it's the Lolcow. You be watching it, you clicked it just now. Lolcow, you be watching it, you clicked it just now. Wings. Lolcow.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the absolute worst podcast on all of YouTube. You're watching Lolcow Live. Well, John quit right before Mafia Milkers was about to go live. He got frustrated because Glammy was covering for Savage today because Savage has off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays because she has to watch her grandbaby, which is totally fine. Glammy's supposed to cover for Savage on Mafia Milkers. And then all of a sudden, Glammy starts messaging John saying that her computer isn't working. So John's messaging me saying, hey, we got to cancel. I've tried everything with Glammy and her computer's not working. Apparently it was unplugged or some shit, and they wasted 2 hours trying to get the computer running. Wasn't plugged in. So then John said, fuck this shit. I quit. I'm done, and ran off. So then it was on me. And then Glammy starts messaging me, hey, my audio's not working. So I just sent a message to Glammy and I was like, look, you're about to be live in an hour. You better figure it out. I'm not getting on the phone with you anymore, Glammy. I'm not babysitting you anymore, Glammy. If you can't figure out how to get your audio working on your fucking computer, show's going to be canceled. And instead of helping her and just yelling at her saying, well, you better figure it out, she got it done. She got it done. Mafia Milkers is still running. No, there's no way. There's no fucking way. No, they're not. So they had a decent show. Was it a great show? No, but it was a show. Apparently, they didn't set up the redirect to this show, so, you know, it is what it is. Then last night, Tech Talk launch. Great show. Great show. People loved it. Really loved it. But everyone's bitching about that show because it's in a different time slot or some other fucking thing. There's always like a million fucking problems going on. Finally locked down a place for Fat Camp, but we can't use it because Wings and Boogie can't walk on sand. They cannot walk on sand. You know, Tech Talk. You know, today was a day that I was supposed to get a lot of work done for the show. I got a ton of work done. I didn't get anything done. Because not only were there these issues with John quitting and Glammy and fucking... You got to understand, Becky's been going after Tina's son. This is not canteen. Tina's pissed. Blowing up my phone, saying something needs to be done. Everybody needs to be babysitted and taken care of. And on top of all this, a very real situation that I think it was like 3 shows ago. I go, hey, can I bring this up, Boogie? And it was about Desi telling Boogie he's not allowed to talk to any females in the Lolcow Live universe because she's jealous of them or something. I don't fucking know. On top of everything else that was going on today, me and Kid behind the camera were talking about this place for Fat Camp. And I go, Mike, you're a fat guy. I go, can you walk on sand? And he goes, yeah. He goes, yeah. And he goes, here's the other issue. When fucking Wings was saying he can't work out on a hard surface, like a hardwood floor, that's fake. It's Fat Camp. You're supposed to work, right? Oh, yeah. Let's call Boogie. So we call Boogie, and Boogie answers, and he's like, I'm throwing this bitch out. And him and Desi are fucking fighting. And she's screaming in the fucking background. And then I'm trying to get Boogie to just talk to us and not Desi. He won't do it. I'm trying to get Brantley to call Desi so she can vent to Brantley. And, you know, she's like, Brantley doesn't even talk to me anymore. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Apparently, the two of them are broken up. Boogie hasn't slept in like days or something like that because they've been fighting for days. And I don't even know if he's fucking showing up. He said he was showing up, but it looks like he is not here. What's going on, Wingo?
Well, I was sitting there fucking with my like camera saturation and shit. Like, look how oversaturated I can get.
Do you know this story?
I woke up to Boogie trying to feel like he's playing copycat, but the more I read into it, the more it might seem like it's real.
Dude, how am I even supposed to post about this situation? How are we supposed to have this thumbnail? Because it's like, that's 100% fake. They just did this with Wings and Kelly. You know what I mean? And it's like, but this is what's really happening.
From what I know is Boogie was actually having these hour-long conversations daily with Becky. Like it kind of like started when we started getting the idea of like, hey, Boogie, we need to contact Becky, get her this dumpster going, and they'd be just talking and like vibing and shit.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Boogie,
like he was having these hour-long conversations with her after everything else was done.
Where did you hear that from?
The main chat in Discord.
Oh, okay.
So it's not a good source.
Well, you know what Boogie told me? He told me that he had 1 hour talk with her. So we'll see. Let me play this dono real quick. Vice President of the Lolcow Court quits. Please get money for John to move out of his sister's and back into
Trident super chatted $20.70. Hi, Keem.
You know what Boogie told me? He told me that he
Boogie, you got your stream playing in the background.
Yo
I know.
mama
I was playing
underscore
on my
super
phone
chatted
trying to decide whether or not I
$20.
was coming in.
Vice President of Lolcow Universe quit rolling on the floor laughing. Please get money for John to move out his sister back house, please.
Boogie, you're 11 minutes late, bud.
Doc my pay. I'm particularly worried about it.
That's going to be a fine of 1 girlfriend.
Yeah. I told you I do not want to talk
Mad
about this
Jester
publicly.
95
I
super
wanted to
chatted
try to resolve it.
$19.99. Tina claimed Savage was fried in chat today, then joined Ban World. It was hilarious. Outs how stupid she is.
Boogie. Yeah, I did hear Tina was getting along with the Mafia Milkers. Obviously, when I spoke to you privately, I said, "Hey, can we talk about this in stream?" You're like, "I don't give a fuck. Air it to the world." She's
I know,
a psycho.
and I've changed my mind since then, and I feel like talking about it's just going to make it worse. Again, everybody wants this to be content. Everybody wants this to be make-believe. If it was make-believe, I would have no problem talking about it, right? I don't want to talk about it because I want to try to resolve this with her. I want to try to figure it out. Because, dude, I can't do this. I've spent 2 years of my life dedicated to this woman, building a life with this woman. I can't do what I did in 2017 again. I can't watch somebody I love walk out the door again. I'm not interested in it.
Well, she can't walk out the door. You have to drive her somewhere.
No, she can get an Uber. It's on her phone. I made sure she had a balance and credit card and everything else. She ever wanted to leave, she has the option. I've told her this a million times. You want to go, I'll help you go. You know, like I said the same thing to my ex-wife, and I cut her a check for $250,000 on the way out the door.
Okay.
Same thing with Desi. If she wants to go, I'll help her go. But like, I don't want her to go, man. I don't.
Can you explain to the audience why she broke up with you? Like, what happened exactly?
On the night that I crashed out with John, there was a bunch of other things going on in the background. The biggest of which was I had been friendly to Becky, and I've had 2 separate conversations with Becky, one for like 45 minutes, one for an hour. The first was after the very bad thing happened to her, and I was worried about her. So I reached out to her. I'm like, hey, tell me everything, because I was trying to better understand what you needed to understand, right? Like I wanted to talk to her so that when we talked about it, we would have a good plan moving forward. The second time was after you yelled at me for a day and a half. And she's like, look, if you just need somebody to vent to, since you let me vent to you, I'll vent. So again, both of these conversations, I called her and I'm like, yeah, it's a frustrating job sometimes. If it's a good opportunity, you know, I'm glad you're taking advantage of the opportunity. And we talked more about what she'd been through. And keep in mind, Desi is in the room for all these conversations. 99% of the conversations I have are on speakerphone because I just prefer it. Desi's in the room. And both of these conversations I had with Becky, Desi's just sitting right there. She hears everything that's being said. She knows there's no infidelity, there's no flirting, there's no nothing. At the best, it's a work friendship. That's the best case scenario. Doesn't get any more detailed than that. But for whatever reason,
then why is she
Desi,
mad?
I don't know.
Well, what is she saying exactly?
She's saying that she said a lot of things over the last 6 days.
Okay, can you explain them? Because I'm trying to understand her perspective. I mean, I know because I talked to you privately.
It started off with her just being mad, and I'm trying to figure out the source of her being mad. And she's like, I don't appreciate that you're talking to Becky so much. And I'm like, it's 2 conversations, one after a really bad day for her and one after a really bad day for me. And and Michael can confirm this, Billy can confirm this. The majority of my life, I've had female friends, platonic female friends. The majority of my life.
I got a question.
What?
What does a bad day for Desi look like? Like, doesn't she just like sit around and watch TV?
A bad day for Desi is generally a bad mental health day. She can get into her own head pretty easy, and which is what's been happening here. But I meant a bad day for Becky, and then a bad day for me, and we're friends with each other during that period of time.
I know what's going on.
What?
Think about this, right? Wings, tell me if I'm right. Didn't Boogie and Desi start dating over their bond of their trauma?
I mean, about the trauma bond thing?
It's one of the things that we had in common. Sure, yeah.
Okay. Now you're in trouble, right? You're going through it, and you talk to who? Becky.
Dank Frombish super chatted $20.70. This script is faker than Boogie's fake cancer.
It's not fake.
God, I fucking wish, man.
And
I would literally.
I think Keem's onto something here.
And listen,
I would rather eat my left fucking testicle than be going through what I'm going through right now. I'd rather do the fucking cancer saga.
Becky has a bad
3 more
day,
times.
and who does she talk to? Boogie. Boogie
'Cause
has a
we're
bad
friends.
day, and who does he talk to? Becky. She's jealous that you're literally having the same relationship with Becky that you and Desi started having. That's
I
what
still
this
have
is
that
about.
same relationship with Desi. I talk about her. I talk about everything we're going to do before the show. I talk about it afterwards. But look, something very bad happened to Becky, and she needed a friend. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if Desi wants to be jealous over that, that's fine. It's a platonic work relationship. It's a friendship. So if she wants to be upset about that, that's fine. But she's wrong to be upset about it,
How did it,
in my opinion.
How did it boil to the point where you threw out her clothes? And how long has this fight been going on?
About since the John crash out day, which I think is 5 or 6 days. And again, I want to have a conversation about it. And I'll be like, hey, let's talk about it. And then she'll be like, nope, I'm just fucking leaving. I don't want to talk about it. But I'm like, you're the one with the problem. So you need to talk to me. You need to tell me how you feel. I need to be able to reassure you.
We're skipping over the fact you threw her clothes out. What the fuck made you throw her
Oh
clothes
yeah,
out?
I have fucking ring camera footage of it.
Why would you do it
I
though? Like,
posted-
what was happening that made you go, all right, you
It's-
redheaded
if you
bitch,
wanna
get the
take a
fuck
look-
out.
If you want
know?
to take a look, the footage is in the Lolcow Live.
Wings.
Bring it up right now. I don't give a fuck.
Wings, if
I
you
posted
would
it so you can see it.
have been on the phone call with me and Mike when we called Boogie, bro, they were fighting. Like it
Yep.
was bad.
Yep.
Where is the footage? Is this it?
It's under the Lolcow Live channel. It's right above Live on Air. There's not video. All my phone, my camera for whatever reason was set to just snapshots. So this is all I have for you. That's all it caught.
It's above Live on Air. What do you mean?
Do you see one a chat? There's one called Rewind and another one called Lolcow Live. They're near the top. It says rules, staff, mods, hosts, queens, Rewind, Lolcow Live. It's in the one called Lolcow Live.
Oh,
I can re-download it and put it in this chat if you want.
all right.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
But this is all my camera got, unfortunately.
Oh, all you gooners in the chat might want to see this because there's panties hanging on a bush in this photo.
I don't think there was any underwear in there.
What's that green thing hanging on the bush right there to the right?
It took a screenshot of the clothes in air.
Well, it's a snapshot. My camera's just set to nothing but snapshots. I don't know why.
Why is this picture so funny?
I don't know.
Well, I can understand over Becky because my wife gets this. My wife came at me the same reason, and I barely talk to Becky. Right, like my wife has access to my email. She can jump on my Discord anytime she wants. She has access to my computer at all times while I'm asleep. So here's the thing: like women, this is a woman thing, and women can back me up on this. Women get jealous because they always feel like they're worth less than they actually are worth. Right? The society builds them to this situation where like they're never good enough, they're never pretty enough, they never have a good enough personality. And when they see somebody that they think is legitimately pretty, right? In their head, they're like, "Oh, he's gonna leave me for this person." Even though Boogie comes out multiple times says he don't like fat bitches. I doubt he likes me because I'm fat, right?
I definitely wouldn't fuck you for sure.
Right. So like, just because Boogie's trying to be nice and help a coworker out, Desi sees this as like, oh, this bitch is prettier than me, and she's about to steal my man. Fuck this. He does. If he wants her, he can have her.
And again, if there was a single female, attractive female in the Lolcow universe, I would not be her friend because I know it's triggering for Desi. I get that, right? And I broke it off with all of my other friends. Ash up in St. Louis, I'm sorry, you were one of my favorite ones. I broke it off with all my other female friends, but I'm okay with that because I generally think when you're in a relationship, why do you need to be talking to women too terribly often, right? Fuck it.
No, dude, you're being taken advantage of because can I say some private stuff?
Man, how private do you want to go, man? Keep in mind, I'm going to try to rebuild my relationship after the stream, so let's not do any permanent damage.
Well, keep in mind, Desi's in the wrong. She made you delete your
Jazz
Instagram.
super chatted $20. It's okay, Boogie. The money you drain from Keem can pay for a new live in nurse.
She made you delete your Instagram. Like, that's silly. You're 54.
Well, she didn't want me looking at photos.
You're
Like,
50
I followed Savannah Solo. I followed Liz Katz.
Bro,
I followed
you're
these women I've been
54
friends with.
You're 54 years old and your fucking girlfriend's telling you to delete your Instagram and you're
Datfly
doing
super
it.
chatted $20.
I'm just glad
I
he
think
didn't say
Des
Emily
is right.
Saxton.
If she met
I do
some guy
follow
2
Emily,
months
but-
ago, and all of a sudden she was spending an hour on the phone with that guy, you'd feel some kind of way about it. And if you didn't, you're a fool. This is an easy fix.
No, Desi's
Well,
not
again,
right.
So if me and Brantley started talking an hour every day, Keem, you would feel upset about it?
If it was work related, no, I don't.
Okay.
No, every day, twice. It's happened twice, and it was work related both times. And Desi listened to the entire conversation.
Bro.
At any point, if I said something she didn't want to hear, she could have told me to fucking shut the fuck up.
I walk around like I'm the shit. Brantley walks around like she's the shit. None of us have these little insecurities. We're like, oh my God. Like, we don't, like, that's weird.
The worst part about it is I don't have these insecurities. You know, like Desi, that trap motherfucker came in Desi and all this stuff, whatever. To this day, I still trust her. To this day, I don't worry about it, right? Like, she's going to do what she's going to do, but I think at the end of the day, she loves me. She wants to be with me. She's going to preserve the union. I work every day to preserve the union. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to marry this bitch, man. I'm trying to fucking marry this woman,
But
man.
the issue is Desi is acting like she's in middle school. Like, ooh, you were on the phone.
I guess she was 6 years ago. I mean, like,
I know, but she's got to grow up. Like, what the fuck? How are you guys going to get married if you can't talk to your coworkers?
oh man, I don't fucking know.
Dude,
That's
why
why
is it 2 years have passed and you haven't taught her to drive yet?
She has an anxiety disorder. Same reason Mike doesn't drive. She
Mike
tried
should
it.
learn how to drive too.
She tried it. She
$20.
doesn't like it. She's afraid
Boogie,
of
I
wrecking a
don't know
car.
why Desi is jealous. She's prettier than almost all the women on Lolcow. The
Yes,
only
100%.
competition
Thank
she may
you.
have is the mafia ladies, but they're too old for your taste. We all know you like M. Young. The spicy Italian super chatted $19.99. You're only seeing the tip of the iceberg. Once she
Boogie the
tells you
Drake of the
can't do
podcast
something,
game.
and you listen, she'll control you.
Dude, Spicy Italian is right. He is right. Bro, you deleting that Instagram opened up a world of hell for you. The minute,
Yep, which is why I put her shit on the lawn today.
When did you delete the Instagram? How long ago was
For
this?
for the first time, the beginning of 2023.
Okay,
Recently.
recently.
Beginning of 2024. For the second time, I reinstalled it because we talked about it. I'm like, look, you know, I'm not doing anything on that app. I literally use it for business. And so in the middle of getting this, I did this for the chair I'm sitting in right now. I had a brand deal. They offered me the chair. They want me to shoot some promos for them. They're going to pay me based on referrals and stuff. So she saw that DM and she's like, oh, who are you talking to? And I'm like, it's fucking eWin Racer, the people who are about to send me a chair. And at the, like, during that argument, she's like, well, I just get so nervous every time. I'm like, I'll just delete it again. It doesn't matter. Fuck it.
And
They'd
when-
already sent me the chair. I
And
already
when
filmed a
was this?
promo.
When was this?
Whenever I got this chair 6 months ago.
So
something
you
like that.
haven't had an Instagram for 6 months. What are
I don't
you
use Instagram. I don't, you know,
But
it's
what
a
are
meat
you
market. I'm not there to
doing?
look at fucking
Bro, but what are you doing?
titties.
What are you doing? What are you doing? First of all, okay, she is the problem, not you in this scenario. In this scenario, okay? She's the problem, not you. You need to put your goddamn foot down. Reinstall your fucking Instagram. You're allowed to have a fucking Instagram. You're allowed to talk to your goddamn coworkers. Like, if you cuck to this shit, Boogie, your life is going to be hell. You're about to marry a woman who's going to control you in every aspect and cut off all kinds of... Bro, because here's the thing that they don't know. Here's the thing that they don't know. Desi told you you're not allowed to go to fat camp because there's going to be girls there.
No, that's not what she said.
What did she say?
What I said was, look, I don't want to fight with you publicly. I don't want to be trapped in a room, in a house with 20 other people and have these types of arguments. And we're going to have these types of arguments because I'm during physical challenges, I might get paired with Becky. I might have to get paired with Glammy. I might have to work out with these people. And yeah, when we sit around the campfire at night and everybody's drinking, there's a very real chance I'll have a personal conversation with somebody because that's what we did at fucking the last thing we went to. And you're going to get upset at those. And I don't want Michael to pull out a camera and film us fighting. I don't want Keemstar live streaming us fighting. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. I don't want that to haunt you for the rest of your life. And so I was telling her, I'm like, what are my options here? Leave you home. But if I leave you home, you're going to get super jealous because I'm there alone. Then the other option is for you to just fucking get your shit together. But you haven't been able to do that.
By the way.
And then the third option is we go there and fight.
By the way.
Or quit.
By the way, just so chat knows, I did get in between these two earlier today in private, and I did talk to Desi, and I told her straight up that she's wrong as hell, and she agreed with me.
Yeah,
she said She said that
she
was just insecure or whatever, but it's like, dude, I know the minute I left that fucking phone call, you probably started fighting again, didn't you?
No, what it was is, again, I'm like, Keem is right. This is the conversation we had. Keem is right. You have to understand, I'm not interested in Becky. I have no desire for any of these women. I have no desire for any woman that isn't you. But you're making it really hard to desire you right now because of the way you're acting, right? So like right now, I'm nervous. I'm scared of her future. I want to marry you. This isn't marrying behavior. And she's like, then fine, I'll fucking leave. I'll pack. And like, then I let her calm down again. And I'm like, are we calmed down now? Because again, we need to correct the behavior. We need to stop doing this. We need to end the cycle. Then I'll go fucking pack. And it's like, at some point, just let you pack, I guess. I don't know. But then every time she says that, she'll go to the room, she'll start to pack. It'll be less than 60 seconds. And she's like, nope, I know that's not the right answer. And so it's just like, it's her anxiety is what it comes down to. She's just got really bad anxiety. And I'm trying to create a scenario where she can work through it.
She needs girlfriends to hang out with and talk to.
I agree. She's been trying to be friends with Zayzuda. She's been trying to be friends with Brantley. She's been friends with pretty much like my friend Carpetbagger's wife, Jen. She's friends with Tina, whatever Grimm's wife's name is.
Wings.
She's got like 50 women in her phone right now. She's got like 50 women in her phone.
Wings, what do you got to say? I know you got to say something.
I think her having friends is the worst thing for Boogie, honestly. Like any other sane girl is going to tell her to run from Boogie. And like I'm almost at the point where
disagree.
I'm almost at the point where Boogie should probably separate from her too.
I disagree entirely.
Wait,
like you probably should get a woman.
1 minute.
When people act controlling out of fear of their partner cheating, 90% of the time it's because they themselves are cheating and think their partner is too.
Ding, ding,
She thinks you're doing the same thing that she's doing.
But she's not doing it. And I know this because I have full access to her phone. I have full access to everything she does. We've had these conversations. I'm pretty good, as a habitual liar, I'm pretty good at reading other liars. So if she was lying to me, the last time she lied to me, I saw right through it. Talked to her about it, try to catch her in it. If I thought anything like that was happening, we would have been having that conversation right now.
Boogie, you're 50 now, right?
Yeah.
You got a woman that can't drive. If something were to happen to you, a medical emergency or anything
They
like
called
that.
the ambulance. I don't know what the problem is.
Sometimes the ambulance is the slowest route to get to the hospital.
Dude, I live 5 minutes away from the hospital.
Okay, listen. You understand what Wings is saying. Desi's got to start like getting her license, getting her shit together.
But she's not likely to get her license. But yes, there are plenty of other areas that she can get her shit together. The easiest place. Can I fucking talk?
Boogie be more like Wings right now. His wife always falls in line after a while. 7K viewers.
Yo, 7,000 viewers on Bookie's life being destroyed.
Kelly come in here in front, but I always tell Kelly this: if she thinks she can do better, go.
I said the same thing. I said the same fucking thing.
Microfam21 super chatted $19.99. So if you have full access to her phone and everything she does, you are also the problem.
How?
You clearly have issues like that as well.
No. Look, she has full access to my phone. I have full access to hers. She can pick up my phone at any time, and sometimes she does. I don't check her phone. I don't have a need. But she has checked mine, and I welcome her to do it. You know, she's the one with trust issues. I don't have trust issues. When a woman is in my life, this is my opinion, and I could be wrong. When a woman is in my life, if you are loyal, I will assume you're loyal. And if you are not loyal, I will assume you're loyal till I fucking find out. And when I find out, you're done.
It's not healthy for you to have access to her who eat 24/7 and correct the behavior of a young dependent woman. She's your GF, not your daughter.
Well, that's
She
not
can
really
go,
true.
She can
That's
go
not
home and spend time with her folks. They just live down the road.
Time out for a second. That's not true. Like Brantley knows my passcode to my phone. I know hers. Like that's normal in a relationship. I'm pretty sure.
I feel like that's required for a relationship to work because if you lose trust, you don't have a relationship.
100%.
Yeah, that's like normal. That's like a normal.
The day
thing.
she moved in, I'll be very clear. The day she moved in, I said, here's my phone. Here's the passcode. Look at it whenever you want to. I have no problem with it. And I routinely left my phone alone in the room. And it wasn't until a few months later, she's like, hey, did you want access to my phone? And I'm like, if you want me to, I don't care. I trust you. But you're the one that has trust issues, right?
Yeah, but she also had that whole stint with Trap Daddy.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, that was that mother. And I don't want to talk about that too much, but that
It's like,
motherfucker,
I-
because he's
I
watching
relate
right
to
now,
you.
jerking
I
his
relate
little
to you.
fucking micro dick
I
about it.
relate to you because like my wife talked to like morning after kill, and like I knew she was doing it, but I'm like I trust you, whatever. But I didn't know their conversations went as raunchy as they did.
Yeah, and their conversations never went raunchy, for the record. He would bring it up, she would just ignore it. That's how that went.
That was pretty much how mine went too. But they tried to drive it into that area of like, oh, he doesn't treat you right, and they gloss over it. But like we identify with the same thing here.
I cannot relate.
But that was 2 years ago at this point, right? Like we're
you're-
past that.
If you're having women problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me.
Well, I mean, like I have a problem with a bitch too. His name's Morning After Kill. I mean, like
Trollolopta
it is what it
super
is.
chatted $20. Desi needs to calm down and act smart. If
Yep.
she waits 5 to 10 more years, she will get all your stuff.
Exactly.
She's being dumb throwing all this free stuff away. Also,
I
if
agree.
you both have access to each other's phones, that's normal.
Yeah, that is normal. That is normal. If you're in a fucking
Yeah.
relationship, you've been dating for years, of course you have access to each other's phones. That's just normal.
I think it'd be weird if you didn't.
I'm Desi's gonna hate me for this one, but Boogie, find you a woman that can recognize what a stroke looks like.
all right, Dean. Listen.
Actually, if you look, when me and Michael were together in Myrtle Beach, I walked her through all of that. I did like a little fake thing because Mike likes fake pranks and shit like that. So I pretended to be dead and like I walked her through. I'm like, what happens if I'm no longer responsive? What do we do? She goes, go get Chad. And I said, Chad's not available. What do we do? We call 911, right? And I said, we don't hesitate. We don't wait. We don't wait to see if I get better. We don't wait to see if I wake up. You just dial 911, stay on the phone with them until they're here.
It's like
We've been
training
through
your. It's like training your kids. In case.
Well,
of
I mean, I think
emergency.
it's important to train your wife the same thing when you at risk for stroke or heart
I had the
attack,
same.
right?
I had the same training when I was in elementary school. Boogie. They basically pinned 911 on my shirt for a while, so I would remember what the number was.
Well, I don't think they do that
you-
anymore. But
do
again,
you-
I want Desi to be in a position where she doesn't panic and her anxiety doesn't trigger her. She can like fucking try to save my life.
Do you and Desi do fire drills in the house? Like pretend that the house is on fire and like
No.
make her jump out the windows too.
No, I have a very large house with many, many doors. There would never be a. We don't need
Listen,
to worry about exit
li-
routes.
Listen, dude. All right, she's got to fix her shit. All right, if she doesn't
Yeah.
fix her shit, and you're still not allowed to talk to Becky about work and shit, then you probably need to break up. I mean, it is the truth. You should not get married at all, Boogie. You shouldn't. You have to break up with her. Your life is going to be hell. This is a fucking dream job. You've said it a million times. If you're not able to do it because of Desi's insecurities, then, bro, what? There's no way.
Yeah. I'm with Keem on this one. You make doctors money, bud.
You make
I
more
understand,
than
but
doctor's money.
we're going to end up at fat camp and we're going to end up fighting there. And I don't want to
Who
do
cares?
it. man.
Who cares?
I
That's
care.
content. That's content. If she
It's not
can't
content. That like
Look,
I'm
no,
telling you,
no,
I'm
I
telling you,
understand what
she's
you're
in the
saying.
other room right now in agony. This is killing her.
Here's
doesn't want
here's
people to
the
know
thing,
about
though.
this shit.
She signed up for this life. This is the life she's like, okay, I'll be a part of this. And this comes with that life, having your life be public.
Shady Shadows super chatted $24.36. I watched Boogie for about 11 years. I don't think Boogie knows what a healthy relationship is. Broken
Probably
people
not.
find broken people and rely on past trauma to connect with each other.
That's
It's not
facts.
sustainable.
That's facts. That is facts.
Probably not.
Jimbo Slam super chatted $20. Keem, Boogie just said he's been to the beach. What's this fat nonsense about not being able to walk on sand?
Another.
I didn't say
Another
I can't
lie.
walk on it. It says your feet sink in, and it's just going to be awkward to try
Boogie,
to work out
Boogie,
on
look
it.
at
God
me.
damn it.
Boogie, look at me. Look at me.
What, man? I'm fucking crying. I don't want to look at you.
at me.
What?
You gotta take fucking charge.
I'm trying, man. But every time, dude, it's hard because the people in her life have taken charge and they've taken too hard of charge and it's fucked her up. And so, like, there's a balance that has to be struck.
You need to actively speak to Becky three times a week, and you need to fucking get that Instagram back up.
I already have my. I don't post to it. It's on my phone again. I reinstalled it once she started getting more active on Instagram again. I reinstalled it.
You know, it'd be
Trollolopta super chatted $20. Boogie make her sign a prenup. Just in case. Also, I hope you live in a fault state. Just in case. So she doesn't get your stuff if she strays from home.
Dude, what? Dude, this makes no sense. You two fucking live together. You don't go anywhere without her. This makes no sense. There's no fucking reason for this.
I know.
There's no fucking reason for this. Desi's got to stop that shit.
And
you
like the
live
worst part about it is,
together.
and I tried to explain
You
this to her
live
today. You tried
together.
to explain this to her today. Like, we are on fucking easy street, man. And we can wake up, we can fucking watch our shows, we can eat good food, we can go to cool places, we can fucking.
Panda super chatted $24.36. It's interesting that Buggy doesn't look into the camera when he is lying. He always looks into camera when he lies.
He's not lying.
Actually, I look away from the camera when I'm not lying. If you want to go look that up.
He's not lying. I can assure you. I called him out of the blue today, and he was fighting on the phone with Desi. I heard the whole thing.
Yep.
Missy
I don't
Diffron
look at the camera
super
when
chatted $19.99. Boogs, I have nothing but love for you, friend. Have Desi talk to someone for her anxiety. It'll help tremendously. I'll gladly be Desi's friend.
And
I want to
dude,
see you guys succeed.
she should
Give
be-
each other space and kindness.
She should have someone to call and be like, I fucking hate the fact that Boogie's talking to Becky all the time. She should have a friend. And,
She does. It's her mom. She can call and talk about that all the time. They do.
And the friend should be like, well, it's his coworker, and talk sense into her. That's how this should work.
That's exactly what her mom says.
Okay, then what the fuck is the problem? I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't get it either,
Wag
man.
2348 super chatted $20. Boogie like Wings used to say back in the day, you can't put the posse on a pedestal.
You can't put the pussy. You can't put the pussy on a pedestal. Like
Well, I
if,
surely don't.
you
I
certainly
never
do.
have.
You
The fuck I
certainly
did.
do.
This pretty
Look,
this
look,
Purple
look, look.
Heart super chatted $19.99. Nearly 30 years married. My husband and I both have female and male friends. We've never had trust issues or jealousy. If you trust your spouse, it should be no problem, full score.
And that's what I'm trying to say. She doesn't trust me, and I don't know how to earn that trust.
You do a little research into that donator, and you find out that they're never mind. I was going to say something awful. Never mind.
I wouldn't know how to earn that trust either. But you say you talked to Becky on speakerphone in front of her.
Time out. 2 seconds. Robbie Smith, you've been banned 3 times. Stop spamming emojis in the chat, bro. You're not noticing yourself getting banned over and over? Dude, the chat is for all the members to talk, not just you and your big blocks of
Telperian
spam.
super chatted
are you looking at?
$21.87.
He got banned.
If it were not for sand, fat people would rule the world. It's the one weakness.
Sand is a weakness to fat people.
That's not true. 'cause
It's just not.
Mike told me that's
again,
not
I
true.
can walk to the beach. I told Keem this today. I can walk to the beach. I'll probably swim if it's warm enough at some point. But working out on it, trying to do burpees and shit, trying to run on it, that's just not an option. We need a place to do that.
Becky's in the chat. Literally, Desi heard every word we said to each other. There's absolutely no reason for this. I feel for her, but it absolutely isn't my fault. Yes, it is, Becky. It is your fault. You're constantly like this, bro.
You're looking at, like,
Becky.
Discord?
Becky flirts like a mother. I mean, another thing that set her off is I jokingly flirted with her to try to teach that guy game.
Becky went
That's
after
the other
Wings.
thing you guys don't realize.
Becky went after Wings. She went after Boogie. She went after Kid Behind the Camera.
Michael,
She
yep.
went after Elbird. You know, it's like, come on.
What she does.
I caught the
and
same
again,
memo.
I tried to explain this to Desi today.
John Z.
Like, I wouldn't
GHS
fuck that
girl
bitch
super
with
chatted
her dick.
$20. So basically, Boogie, you'll have to end up quitting her job cause Desi is always gonna have a problem. Jordy and Keem is definitely right.
Yeah,
This
she's-
sounds like a Desi problem.
Yes,
My advice, take charge, Boogie. Wish you the best.
She has to apologize and she has to get confident. She has to get confident though. Desi needs to start walking around the house like she's that shit. She needs to get her confidence back because this is insanely insecure behavior. Like it's illogical, insecure behavior. And
Right,
it's
like-
got to end.
Like some of her complaints have been, you know, she'll read the comments here, or they'll find her Instagram, and the same people that like shit on her here. Oh, you look like a 12-year-old. Look at your fucking forehead, right? Like that shit tears her down, and she doesn't know how to turn that shit off
but
yet.
the best way to combat that, Desi, because I know you're watching, is don't act like a fucking 12-year-old. This is fucking middle school fucking jealousy shit happening.
Justin Masters super chatted $20. Boogie, don't you have enough money to just buy a new girlfriend?
If
Nothing
I wanted
you
to do
haven't
that, yeah,
done before.
probably. If I want to do that, probably. Like Desi today, she said on the phone with Michael, she's like, "You could replace me in a minute." I'm like, "Yeah, but not. It would never be you. You're the one I want, right? Like I could have another girl here in 15 fucking minutes. You can mail order that shit these days. You can fucking. There's apps where you just get that pussy for free. For fucking,
You know what I'm
first
worried
time
about,
for free.
Boogie?
Video
I'm worried
Lane
about-
super
I'm worried about
chatted
you.
$20. If she doesn't trust you, you don't need to earn it. If trust ain't there, then it's time to move on. No matter how much you want it to work, it's not
Yeah.
worth it. Hey everyone
Well-
on the Discord, gay.
Well, the problem is she's not able to trust anybody,
Go
right?
ahead, Wings.
And so
Boogie,
I'm
here's-
trying to create an environment where, like I should keep trying to explain to her, I'm the most loyal motherfucker you're ever going to meet. Number one, I look like a sack of fucking potatoes, so there's not exactly women lining up, right? So that's pretty great. Secondly, she's 10 times out of my league. She's 10 times out of Becky's league. She is
You
well
sussy
above
super
any
chatted
of these bitches that
$20.
she's worried about.
I can see right through you, Schemestar. You just want these two fat boys to play Rust with you all day. So you need them to be single.
I'm literally
BCM super chatted $19.99. Hey Boogie, just break up with her and find another woman named Desi. You know what they say, third time's a charm.
It's not a
Am I
really
right,
common name,
King?
unfortunately. I don't think I'll find it.
Here's my issue, Boogie. Like, and I know you're gonna fuck this up because, like, remember when Kelly dumped all that fucking trash and shit on me, and somebody and then Gobi's like, "You're just gonna clean it up," but I can't clean it up. If I clean it up, that's rewarding her. Right?
Why do you
That's
think I put her shit on the lawn?
No. That's a beta male. That's a beta male. I had to have Kelly clean it up because she did it. Right. And you're going to reward this bad behavior. You're going to be like, "Oh, baby, you're insecure. Let me go get you a makeover. Let me buy you some makeup."
I don't do nothing
something
like that.
You're going to do it. I know who you are, Boogie. You
No,
can't
I don't do
that.
any of that.
You
I
know,
look, here's
you
what I
can't do
do.
that.
Here's what I do. Okay, this is what I've done for 2 years. It hasn't worked, but here's what I've done. Okay, I walk her through it. I'm like, when Danny cheated on me, I didn't fucking cheat. When the other women I've
Gamer
been with,
Grader super chatted $19.99. One for me and one for my hooker.
All right.
I said, when Danny cheated on me, I didn't cheat on Danny. When me and my ex-wife were separated, I waited till we were ready to sign the fucking paperwork and we said our final goodbyes. I said, I'm the most loyal motherfucker you will ever meet because I don't have a desire to fuck other women. I don't have a desire to look at other women. I don't give a fuck about other women. I am a monogamous motherfucker. She's like, well, yeah, you were a polyamorous person once. Because I didn't love the motherfucker.
Hey,
It's just a
Boogie.
bitch I fucking knew.
Boogie, guess who just became a member?
Who?
Mick Jugger
Xylee
Nuggets.
gets real super
Welcome.
chatted $20. Okay, not to be a snitch or anything, but Becky was hitting on Billy last night too.
Bro!
Of course she
Just
is.
saying.
Dude.
But I protected him.
This is
How,
what I'm
how,
saying.
how, would that,
American
how would that even work? How would that even work?
They wouldn't. They have to do hand and mouth stuff. As simple as that.
Oh my God, Becky's now fucking saying, Mick Jugger Nuggets in the chat. Leave him alone. He's married too, retard.
Yep.
Look,
Home wrecking,
Desi.
bitch. I don't understand it,
look,
man.
Desi, I know you're watching this right now. Listen to me, okay? Get a girlfriend. Have the girlfriend pick you up. Leave Boogie's house. Go get your hair did. Have a spa day. Do stuff to just pamper yourself and get that confidence up. This is not a Boogie issue. This is a you issue. You got to get your confidence up. You got to get your self-esteem up. It's on you to do this. All right? Fucking Go get a new look or something. All right, go get a new outfit. All right, make yourself feel good because this is not it, bro. He don't deserve this. Well, yeah, he does deserve it. I'm sorry, he does deserve it. But come on, the man was about to marry you. He cannot marry someone like
And
this.
I'm still going to, man. Like I'm still fucking going to, right? Like I
Majaha
like,
super chatted $20. You're also dealing with a 21 years old woman. She's still
I
in the
know.
young and dumb stage. No offense, Desi Boogie. Your health, both mentally and physically, are more important than this unhealthy relationship.
I
DNT.
know.
Fall back in old Boogie.
Somebody in the chat said get a blowout. Yes, get a blowout haircut. Yeah. But
But
no, for real.
I mean, he's right. Like I obviously knew when I signed up with
Pharaoh 96 super chatted $19.99. Wings and Boogie sound like Anakin Skywalker the way they hate sand.
Boogie, come on.
Adonis super chatted $20. Desi is 1000% guilty of at least emotional cheating. She deleted those chats with Trap Daddy. You took her word on how the actual convos went. Wake up, Boogie. Her jealousy stems from a guilty conscience. Just saying, bro.
I kind of agree with that, but Boogie, stop. Boogie. Come on, Boogie.
Like, dude, like I'm near the end of my fucking life here, man. And like this, I rebuilt this business with you, and I've got money coming in again, and this should be the best fucking time of my
Trollolapta
life. I've
super
like,
chatted $20. Becky has a habit of going into a chat and acting like a wrecking ball. Trying to tear down homes for amusement. Behave, Becky. First
Boogie.
Wings and then Boogie. Who's next, Keem?
First off, quit with that line of thinking, Boogie. You're not at the end of your fucking life. You're 50.
fucking 50.
You're 50. My grandfather lived to 83, and he was
Did he weigh
400.
Did he weigh 400
Yes, he
pounds?
did. He weighed 400 pounds his whole fucking life.
God, I hope I don't fucking live to 60. Jesus Christ.
You over here crying and bitching. You don't actually have cancer. Remember, you faked that shit. So you're not going to.
No, I still do. I still have all of the symptoms. I still have all of the symptoms.
Okay.
I'm still going to go with that because
all
I
you
still
have is
to treat all the fucking
lymphedema.
symptoms.
My dad had lymphedema 8,000 times worse
Lymphedema
than
is
you.
different than polycythemia vera.
I understand that. I'm not trying to say they are correlated. You have
with the 10
lymphedema. That's 100% for certain. My dad had it 8,000 times worse than you. He died of fucking cancer in his fucking 70s. You know, like you got to stop with this whole like end of my life shit. You got 25 years
God,
probably
I
still
fucking
in
hope
you.
not. I don't have the money for
Video
25
You
fucking
got
years.
you have another
$20.
job change
Boogie,
coming before you
you're
die.
just scared of
God, I
dying
fucking hope
alone.
not.
Don't let that fear blur your boundaries. Stand on business.
Boogie, you got a man up here. This you shouldn't.
I
be
have. I
crying.
put her shit on the lawn. I told her if you want to fucking leave, leave. But I suggest you fucking figure your shit out instead. That's what I
Okay.
said. That's what I did.
Okay, listen, this is what you need to do. You need to say, I am not fighting about this anymore because you're insecure. If you want to feel better about yourself, go get your fucking hair did. Go get a new outfit. You want me to take you? Like, you need to get your self-esteem up. This is insane.
See,
It's just K
Keem is
super
giving the advice I told him not to give.
$19.99. Boogie, leave her.
I
Put
wanna-
her through that and make her work to get you back.
No.
All
That-
seeing
that's just gonna
Keem super
traumatize her
chatted
worse.
$20. Judging by Wing's facial reactions, it seems like he knows Boogie is hamming it up and not doing a very good job.
I
Big
fucking
ups,
wish I
Pimp.
was, man.
Go ahead, Wings.
Oh, but I'm saying you're giving him the advice I told him not to give. There's no way in hell you get her a makeover in the next 2 weeks. 0%. You got to do something else because that would be you rewarding the behavior that's putting you in the situation you're in right now. You're up here crying on a show with 8,000 motherfuckers watching you do it over her, and then you reward her by going like, hey, let me go get your hair and your makeup done. Let me make you feel better because obviously it's my fucking fault. It's not your fault. It's Desi's fault.
You know what blows
Look, this
my
is-
mind? You should be fucking threatening to break up with him because he's a fucking fat, lying, fucking nasty-ass 50-year-old fucking creep. But
Yeah. I mean,
but
what
him
it comes down to
talking
is the
Becky-
woman clearly severely loves
him
me.
talking to
right?
Becky is the issue. What the fuck?
Because what you're misunderstanding is the woman clearly loves me. Otherwise, we would have already separated, right? Like, and the reason she's only upset about this thing, she trusts me in every other area. This is the one area that she doesn't trust me, and it's just because I don't know. She doesn't feel pretty enough. She doesn't love herself enough. I don't know. We've done the therapy thing. We've done the friend thing. We've walked it through. We're doing all the things you're supposed to do to help her feel better about herself and get there. It's
Desi
just,
isn't. People say chat Desi isn't a dog.
Destiny FOMO super
woman
chatted $25.
worth her weight in salt wouldn't make her
Hey,
man sound
Boogie,
like
you
this.
can always have Stu's sloppy seconds and hit on Becky.
I'm just saying, a woman that actually loves you won't watch you cry and be like, well, I could still get something out of him. No, a woman that loves you be like, yeah, maybe I'm fucking up. Let me go make this better. And the
that's
fact
actually-
that she isn't in here hugging him right now.
she'd love to, but she doesn't want to be on air. She hugged me on my way in here. That's why it took me so long to get in
That's a bullshit. That's a bullshit. Like when I was sitting there crying about thinking about Kelly dying when we were talking about Priscilla, Kelly came right in here to comfort me.
I told her not to watch the show, and I told her to let me be. And at the end of it, I told her I would come in here and I would clean up this mess for us, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And at the end of it, her and I will lay in bed and we'll take a nap and we'll fucking feel better when we wake up and everything will be fine.
Boogie, I am not airing this out for content.
I
I'm
know.
airing this out to fix the problem. This needs to be fixed.
I agree.
This is really going to fuck
DP
up our
the God
company.
super chatted $20. Boogie, while Desi needs to bring up her own confidence, so do you. You may have a small PP, but you are a good person, except when you lie. Desi or not,
Alexa,
you'll
lower
find
the
love and your fake cancer will make someone a widow.
Alexa,
I gotta stick with my boy Boogie here. Having a small PP isn't a detrimental thing in a relationship. Your penis is a finishing tool, not the main course.
Yeah, I agree with all that.
Telperian super chatted $21.87. Combine Keems and Wings advice. Buy her a pink Porsche and pee all over the carpet to mark your territory.
I mean, like this is how I've handled it every time this has come up, and it's come up several times, right? It's like, look, I'm the most loyal man that you're going to meet. Number one, I'm fat and fucking ugly. Number two, I don't have the desire for a side piece. I don't have the time for it, nor I have the interest, nor do I even have the space to do it. We hang out all day, every day. So I'm like, you have to take this as an example and under a time to understand that I'm never going to do that. I'm not even able to do it if I wanted to, but I also don't want to.
I can picture Boogie fucking pissing all over a pink Porsche. Here you go. This is
Right. And normally it calms her down. But every once in a while, when it doesn't calm her down, I have to be like, baby, I love you, but there has to be consequences to you continuing doing this, right? And today she's like, I'm going to pack, I'm leaving, and I put shit on the lawn. That's the consequence today. And eventually, and I've explained this to her, eventually the consequence will be you're going to have to take a brief vacation with...
You're in trouble.
How am I in trouble?
Boogie. I'm in a snowstorm. I just left Mike's house playing with his kids.
I love you, Tina D.
And I'm in a real bad snowstorm here. And I want to know what the fuck is going on. What did you do wrong this time, Boogie?
I talked to Becky.
What the fuck? And Wing, shut the fuck up. A dick does matter, bitch.
Well, it's a good thing I have a good one.
You, Wing. I love you.
Tina, we understand you don't ever get your pussy eat right.
Oh, you know what? Let me have that phone. Let me tell you something, you ugly motherfucker. You'll be eating ass and pussy for
Tina,
the
you're
rest
I broke the code on
You're
Tina.
breaking up.
She realized the pussy ain't been eaten right.
fucking attitude.
Tina, your mic's not working because of the snowstorm. It's
We all
breaking
know
up.
you.
All right, we're gonna have to let Tina
Thank
go.
you, Tina, for the comic relief. I fucking need it.
This is crazy. Tina in robot mode is wild. It's like ting,
Yeah, like
tong, ting.
we are having a snowstorm here in South Carolina. This is the third time I've seen snow in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing we don't have fucking snow this time. We got
Outdate
missed.
3D Panda super chatted $24.36. Buggy, my nan is 93. She has cancer in her kidney. She has skin cancer and she's still rocking life. Everyone makes mistakes. Look at your positives, not your negs. You can make it better by being honest.
your
Do you
what?
get a pink drink?
All right, look.
Negatives.
Look
Negatives.
it,
Negatives.
Look it. Boogie, this is what you need to do. You need to make a call right now. Either you're going to break up with Desi or you're going to fucking stand on business.
I'm going to stand on business. I'm definitely not breaking up with her. I still plan to marry this girl. I will be engaged by the end of this year. I promise you that.
So you need to take control and tell her to fucking quit being fucking delusional.
Speaking about this engagement shit, like, why haven't you got her an engagement ring yet?
Because me and Keem are still shopping for it.
Why are you still shopping for it? Like,
because they're trying to get the right deal and the right one, and also it's not time. I hate to spoil it, and I'll probably postpone it now, but I'd seriously considered her birthday is in March during Fat Camp. I was seriously considering around about that time, certainly not on her birthday because that's crazy, but around about that time proposing at Fat Camp. And
don't do that. Don't do it around her birthday. You want the anniversary and the birthday to have at least a month separation.
Right.
So it's two different events.
Right. So I'm probably going to push it further down the road for a lot of different reasons, mostly because I told her parents I'd wait till June of this year at the very minimum 2 year mark.
But you can still buy the ring now and be paying for it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, the ring is just a symbol. I'm not that worried about it.
Right. But I'm saying is like you should be using it to kickstart your credit as well.
I already have really good credit. I have 720 right now.
Carson, that whole blog TV with my hands up. You're Canadian, so that $20 is not going to hit the text to speech. That's only $12, bud. Try again. That's only $12 USD, buddy. Try again. Ain't my fault. Your country shit right now. Ain't my fault. Your country shit right now, bro.
Dude, at the end of the day, regardless of whether or not I'm fucking dying or not, dude, I just want to wake up, man. I want to watch my shows. I want to play some games. I want to go have an adventure with my wife. I want to come in here and work. Like, how fucking blessed are we that on a hard day where I'm scheduled to do 2 shows or 3 shows, I work for 4 or 6 hours a day. There's tons of people out there who work 8 hours a day. They have an hour-long commute to fucking get there. Me and Desi get to spend as much time together as we want to fucking spend. We got money coming in. I'm able to help her with the shit that she needs to get done. I'm able to provide for us. I'm able to provide cool shit for us like we did on fucking New Year's Eve. Like, we have the best fucking life. This is the best my life has ever been, right here, right now. And most of that is because of her. And all she has to do is just fucking keep her head up and stop sinking to this fucking level. And her and I can be the happiest we'll ever fucking be. Right? And like, I don't understand. I just don't fucking understand because of a fat fucking cunt like Becky. Like, this fucking, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Fuck you. For real.
What? Why are you
Get the fuck out of men's DMs. Fuck off. Fuck off. She's right because she knows that she slid into Michael's DMs. She knows that she slid into every fucking body else's DMs. She watches the show.
Okay,
She's
I
seen
get it. Okay,
Becky flirt with every fucking dude on here.
Stop. Yes, Becky is to blame a little bit, but this is more Desi's fault. Beans, what is your take?
My take is that I understand where Desi's coming from, because being somebody in a relationship, sometimes you do feel guilty whenever you're in a relationship. Like, you feel like you're cheating yourself. You look at somebody wrong, you think you're cheating. So you probably think that the other person's cheating as well. It's like an insecure thing. I understand where she's coming from, but I don't think it's right.
420 super chatted $20. Noopy for VP. BYE John. Let that Muppet-looking fool go back to the government assistance line where he belongs. Boogie man up and make it right with Desi. Stop flirting with your coworkers.
Well, Beans, I know your boyfriend wants to see me 6 feet under, but you're still welcome to message Desi anytime you all want to talk about this stuff. You seem like a lovely person.
I would love to.
I want to put this out here
because we're around the same age and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Becky's not in the wrong here. Becky's not flirted with anybody. Everybody's making her out to be like this huge person. I don't know about Mike. I don't know about the Mike situation, but I know what I've said. I know what Boogie's probably talked to her about. She's not flirted. This is a Desi problem. Let's keep it what it is, a Desi problem.
No, I'll keep it what it is. Becky has not flirted directly with me, but she's flirted with half the fucking people in this community.
Becky has like 10% of the blame. Desi
the Celtic
has 90.
Assassin 94 Gaming super chatted $20. Boogie Don T ever claimed to have autism again unless you actually talk to someone on the spectrum. Me high functioning.
All right, so listen, Beans is the new prosecutor on Lolcow Court. That's right. For those of you that don't know, we're giving Lolcow Court one more chance, all right? And Beans is here. Are you here to press charges?
I am.
Lay it on us.
I just want to say,
Boogie needs a distraction. Go ahead.
John, come out to play. We're gonna press charges on you. Just because you're an effeminate man that wants to transition doesn't mean that you can transition from
Hold
viewer
the,
to
hold the fuck up.
from
Are you,
VP to viewer whenever the fuck you want. What?
did I just see a 19-year-old girl reference the Warriors?
Wait, why are you
I'm
interrupting?
25.
She's pressing. Let her press charges. Then you can save your comments to the end. I'm sorry, Beans. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to press charges on John, and I'm pretty sure the Milkers does too. If he wants to fucking fight with a woman, he can fight with me.
What are the charges exactly?
So he's being charged with sabotaging the streams and emotional damages.
So this is John from Lolcow Court. He has been getting a lot of backlash. When is he expected to court?
He's expected on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. John is on trial Friday, 8 p.m. This Friday, 8 p.m. Okay, interesting. And
If you want to show up, Boogie, you said that this all started when John made you crash out.
Yeah, I'll come with fucking John. I'm more than glad.
all right.
I don't know what the fuck my life's gonna look like between now and Friday, but if I'm free and I'm not fucking in a sane asylum, I'll fucking be there.
I appreciate it, Beans. Now, listen, there's been a lot of people saying that this is Desi's fault, but there is one person that actually wants to defend Desi in this situation, and that would be Mick Jugger Nuggets. Go ahead, Jesse. What do you think about this?
I'm disappointed, Bug. For real.
For what?
You shouldn't be on the show right now. You should be going to fix it with her.
I understand. She told me to come in here. I did. This is what she'd want to do.
Did she mean it?
I believe so. I trust her. Again, if she tells me something, I believe it.
What do you want to be with her?
Obviously.
Well, what are you doing?
Waiting for the show to be over so I can go repair it with her.
So the show comes before your woman.
You're okay. You're okay. You're okay, baby. You're okay. You're okay. I love you. You're okay.
You text her, Keemstar.
I did not. I have no involvement in this. My phone's way up here.
You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. We're all right. I love you. I'm sorry I threw your shit out, but it's okay. It's almost over. Show will be over. We'll go to bed. Lay down. We'll watch Breaking Bad.
Hugh Jass
Be all
super
right.
chatted $20. Anyone else more entertained by the turtle swimming behind wings than over Boogie and his fake crying over the child he keeps hostage?
We're okay. You're okay. We're gonna be fine. I love you, sweetheart. Fucked up, but that's okay. I fuck up too. We all fuck up. Nothing you can't be forgiven for. It's nothing we can't fix. Okay, I love you.
This is a beautiful moment, ladies and gentlemen. So, McJugger Nuggets, what you been up to?
Not too much, man. Just chilling, vibing. You?
Yeah, busy
You know,
building all these
you know what I
shows.
realized the other day, McJugger Nuggets? That you were the kid in the video where the guy ran over all the Xbox games. I didn't know that till like last week.
$19.99. Holy smokes, this is gay AF Wings Dance for Us.
That's like his biggest video. That was like the big one that went
NY
viral.
Darius super chatted $20. Jesse, how's it been writing these scripts for them?
No, that was actually the first McJugger Nuggets
That's
video
fine,
I
we're
seen.
here.
Or no, the lawnmower
okay,
one.
you're gonna be okay.
Where you ran over where Angry Dad ran over the games with the lawnmower.
Yeah, I've
Everybody
seen it
understand?
before, but I just never put two and two together. Like, oh, this is the guy.
Who did you think I was? Like, what was the calling card then?
I thought you were like the guy who was doing a movie that Boogie knew.
Wings is over here being goddamn retarded.
Destiny FOMO super chatted $25. Boogie looks like he's consoling his child because her pet just passed away. This doesn't look healthy at all.
Destiny FOMO, we gotta get those Jugger Nuggets on this show at some point.
I'm over here thinking that Desi hugging Boogie, he was still lighter now than he was when he was at his prime. So he's actually smaller now hugging Desi than he was when he was like playing World of Warcraft.
Telperian super chatted $21.87. This is so sweet. It's true we all make mistakes. Nothing we can't fix. There might be $1,000 fine though. Lolcow trading card game super chatted $20. McJugger Nuggets want to be immortalized in cardboard? We can make it happen.
By the way, you get a chance to watch Tech Talk last night? Wings?
I love you.
No, I haven't. I heard it was good though.
Dude, they got $1,000 in donations on their first show.
Okay.
He said he was going to do that. Like I actually wanted to be a part of the first show, but I hadn't slept yesterday.
Relax.
So like as soon as the show ended, I went right to sleep.
Yeah,
One more hour,
it was
okay?
wild. They did good.
Right there. I love you.
All right. Well, there you go, Boogie. It's all
That's
fixed.
good.
There you go, man. She texted me a minute ago and asked if she could come hug me, and I said yeah. So
I mean, you got to give her flowers because this is ridiculous that, she had to endure boys talk for the last, hour.
yeah, don't get me wrong. I'll be more than glad to. But that's where I draw the line. No more pink. You don't get a pink drink for a little while because this is. It's gotten exhausting. Like it started when I was sick, Jesse. Like I'm running a fever of 103, and she's like, "You're talking to Becky," and I'm like, "I don't know, man." And
I mean, to be fair, you're a naturally flirtatious person.
I don't think I am, but maybe I am.
I mean, you've
don't
tried
know.
to fuck me before.
Yeah,
That is true.
Yeah, but you're cute, Jesse.
yeah, it's different.
Thank you.
It's not like you're a 600-pound laying whale that fucking sleeps in her own squalor like Becky, right? It's a pretty big difference.
I mean, what about some of the past women?
I know this has been such an uplifting episode, but I gotta ask. I don't get to talk to you that often, Jesse. Like, what was wrong with you, like sick wise?
Yeah, got COVID. I had like 104 fever for like 2 weeks, and then I got better, and then went back to work, and then a few weeks later, it like clapped back with a vengeance, threw me into the ER. Like I couldn't digest food. My heart was going apeshit, and then for the last 14 months,
BTG_ super chatted $19.99. This is all the people I watched growing up. It's cool to see you all together, just missing Mike. Also,
yeah.
what ails that tent?
Nice, appreciate that, man. But yeah, luckily I'm up like 15 pounds. I'm able to eat more food now. I have a little bit more energy, but
What did the
still-
doctors end up doing to allow you to start digesting food again? Is just something naturally that fixed itself?
time, yeah. It looks like it was like neurological issues. So a lot of nerve problems, specifically the vagus nerve, which runs from our brain to our heart to digest pretty much everything. That gets damaged, and then you just get all sorts of weird symptoms and stuff. But
So they're thinking like COVID damaged that nerve, or like made
yeah, it starts glitching out, like the whole autonomic nervous system. It's pretty gnarly. But
How much weight did you lose, like in total?
I was already relatively skinny, but it was like 30 pounds
but-
to the point where I weighed as much as I weighed in middle school.
Just so
but
you
30
know-
pounds when you're 170 is huge weight to lose. That's hard to lose that weight because your body naturally will keep itself up pretty easily.
Just so you know, Jesse, Wings and Boogie both, they get off to talking about fucking illnesses. So this
Yeah,
is like
it's
their
fun.
thing.
Well, you don't believe illnesses
Tell them
exist?
back and-
All
nut.
our viewers leave. We literally lost like 300 viewers. They love talking about illnesses. Yeah, my doctor says this skin rash.
I don't get to talk to Jesse every day. I don't have any access
Jesse,
to him.
when is it going to
What was
be
wrong?
me? When is it going to be me, you, and Michael at some fucking point doing something together again? We just need to get that done.
I don't know.
Alright.
I mean, that's why I was on Desi's side, because you haven't had time for anything or anyone. We were supposed to talk a while ago.
Yeah, I just, like Jordy said, sometimes my social battery just gets really drained, especially because I've been sick for a couple weeks now.
So then the boogie
Yeah,
that shows up to his relationship, I would get a little upset. Yeah, if you were giving the energy to Becky.
I'm not gonna lie to you, 110%. and Keem's gonna get mad at me for even saying this, but it doesn't really
DJ
matter.
Velasquez
Me and,
super chatted $19.99. McJugger Nuggets, the cure for the blackouts which I have is EMF shielding.
Don't listen to that.
That's some
like
tinfoil
Desi
hat
was
shit.
used to us going and having adventures every day, right? We're getting out in the car, we're driving around, we're going to restaurants, we're fucking looking at Christmas lights, Halloween things, going to fucking haunted houses, going to Christmas events, stuff like that. And then, you know, we started working heavy to build this thing up towards Fat Camp, and unfortunately we got to do less of that. Though I still get her drinks, I still, you know, whatever. We still watch shows together. We don't leave the house as much as we used to and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the
and
issue with-
I could tell that she
Boogie,
felt a little bit neglected, but I would keep reminding her, I work for 2 hours a day.
You
right?
have
so like,
morning. You have morning until what? 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Like
Yeah,
you
and
have
we do
the
we do
whole
stuff during that period of time.
afternoon to go do stuff, and then right after the show ends at what 7 p.m. your
right,
time.
but I'm talking about overnight trips and things like that when we would go fucking haunted houses, stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right. And I keep reminding her, I'm like, look, I work 2 hours a day, sometimes 4, sometimes 6, right? Depending on if I'm going to go on the other shows or watch the other shows and stuff like that. But most people work 8-hour days with an hour commute there and back, right? So like we're actually still really blessed, but you could tell it did make her feel neglected that we weren't doing everything that we'd previously done. But you know, like unfortunately, I'm trying to stack those fucking
bullshit.
I'm trying to
But,
stack
Boogie,
that fucking
how
money.
How many hours you logged into Fallout 76 in the last week?
Less than 30 minutes a day.
Less
What do
than
you
30.
do-
I believe that.
What do you do off the show? Like, how do you guys spend time together?
We just finished Breaking Bad. You know, we
Let's finish
generally,
breaking all of our stuff in the front yard.
we just finished Breaking Bad. We just watched El Camino last night.
Did you guys talk
We're
about
starting
that,
on
or
The
did I
Good Place today.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah,
end
we
of
talked
it.
about it.
They made peace. Like we talked about all the drama and they hugged it out and they made peace.
Yeah. Speaking about bitches, Mike, you seen you shoot your shot on X the other day. How'd that work out?
It didn't work out at all.
He's like, I don't know if you like fat guys, but holla.
Who did
You
you
know?
Tell these dudes that Becky's been sliding to your DMs because I believe that's to be the truth. That's the truth.
Yes, it is true. She has been. Yes.
What she be saying to you?
I don't know about we don't leak.
All right, let's not. All right, let me reiterate. How many X's is the conversation?
Probably 2. Okay, there's no pictures. There's no. It's a little light flirting on her behalf, but I'm not reciprocating really.
Are you single, Mike?
Yes.
For real.
You better get
For
that child
real.
support hit on hard,
For
son.
real, it's
Why
for
sure as
real,
fuck
for
am.
real.
For real single.
And she's talking about like 8,000 a month right now. I'm like, fuck.
Jesus.
Yeah. So there's this wrestler named Paige. She recently broke up with her boyfriend, and that dude actually was in my DMs before, threatening to kill me. He was in this band called like Falling in Reverse. He was like, I guess I made fun of him on Twitter. I didn't know who he was. Like, he was in my DMs saying that my dad's rotting in hell, that he's gonna raise my kids. And so when she broke up with him, I tweeted her like the DMs. I was like, hey, if you're interested in a fat guy, you know, I'm also single.
Yeah.
So
Hit the boy with this. Like if he didn't do all them damn steroids, he could have pleased his woman. She wouldn't be having me in her DMs.
Just tired. I really haven't slept very much in the last week.
Boogie, you want to go?
In a little bit. I don't mind waiting a little bit longer.
You
but
can go
yeah.
now if you want. You can have. You can
Are you
have-
sure I'm not going to pay no $1,000 fines?
Yeah,
Nothing?
you're
Am I
fine,
for
Boogie.
real, okay?
We're about to talk about John as well anyway, and all you're gonna do is yell about that.
Hey, Jesse, thanks for coming in. Mike and Keem, thanks for the support today. Jordy, thanks for the advice. And the audience is putting up with my bullshit.
Stand
I really
on
appreciate
business.
you guys.
Quit being a bitch.
Yeah, I will. Love you, fuckers.
like every time somebody complains, like on these shows, Becky or Boogie, I'm like, I was literally in an Airbnb or in an Uber to an Airbnb in the middle of a divorce, booking fucking queens. Okay, I'm like, fucking get a hold of yourselves, man. Jesus
Hold the fuck
Christ.
up. Hold the fuck up. My wife was in the ICU when this thing first popped off, and I would come home from the ICU to do the show with Tommy and Boogie every night.
Dude,
That's also kind of as important.
I like pulled the muscle in this fucking arm. I couldn't pick anything up, and it was right before the camping trip started. I had to just do everything in a fucking sling. It's like, you know, you just got to get it done. Who cares?
Everybody just wants to complain and bitch and like cry.
And
Who's
dude,
Becky?
And I'm so sick of the
He's
fucking.
one of the hosts of Lolcow Queens.
Yeah. It's a show that goes live after this one.
Why you trying to be single here, Mick Jugger Nuggets? You need your own arc?
No.
Because she's gotten me and Boogie in the last
Twisted
week.
Lop 62 super chatted $19.99. Jesse, please tell me there is good movie news. Love you guys so much. Mike, Keem, Boogie, Jess. I've been watching all of you guys for 10 years. I am happy to see you guys get along again.
You could tell Wings doesn't care about his wife. No, I care about my wife more than any person on this fucking planet, but I also value myself. Right? So like I'm not going to like bow down when it's obviously I'm in the right. Not gonna happen.
Anybody else distracted by that fish tank behind Wings? What the fuck is going on over there?
It's supposed to distract you.
I never look at it. I never notice it. Everyone else points it out, but I just never look at it.
Wings, what if you didn't know what my popular vids, what were yours? You were like Call of Duty guy?
I laid the foundation for Call of Duty. I also created the podcast Painkiller already.
Is that true, or is that what you say?
That's true.
It's actually true. He was.
I'm
What does that
actually
mean? Like you were one of the early like gaming YouTubers
I was actually the first gaming COD guy with HD content. I was the number one
with HD.
HD content. Yeah,
What was your capture card?
the Hyapog HD PVR.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Were you streaming on Justin.tv?
No. I started on YouTube. Like that Blame Truth and XCal and like Crimson were there, but they all had like dazzles, right? And I worked a good job. I couldn't work, and I had a HD TV. I had a 1080p Samsung 52 inch.
To give you an
And I
example,
couldn't play in a dazzle.
To give you an example, he would upload Call of Duty videos every single day, and each one would get like 150K views.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
And that's
Wow.
this
What
is
year
like
was that?
2009, like
2008,
2009.
2009.
Yeah, so he was like one of the. They're called the Codfathers, like Godfathers, but Codfathers. He was one of the Codfathers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesse,
I'm a
don't
COD
feel bad.
father.
Don't feel bad that he didn't recognize you. When I first met Wings, I was like, "Hey, it's nice to meet you, man." And he was like, "We've had lunch together." I was like, "What?"
Yeah. I went down to Charleston and had lunch with him and his grandfather.
When?
Wait, his
This was-
grandfather or his
yeah,
dad?
Angry granddad.
Granddad.
This is when they were still living in a trailer park.
Grandpa.
It was like 2010.
Oh, I was like, "It was nice to meet you," man. He goes, "We've actually had lunch together at the substation." I was like, "Fucking for real?" I had no recollection of that.
Well, you
I
meet a
can't
lot of
remember.
people.
I thought he was that review tech guy.
No.
You thought I was?
Yeah, I get the two. I think you guys look the same to me.
That guy's on another one of our shows that just launched last
Which is
night.
funny because I'm actually better with tech than Review Tech USA is.
It's kind of like the ongoing joke. He's supposed to be the tech guy, but doesn't know shit.
Team, speaking of, who is going on after Queens tonight? Because we got to set up the redirect, and I don't fucking know to who because Rewind is set up for midnight.
Is tech not doing it?
No. Yeah.
The tech wasn't set up.
Yo, it will be set up by the time you go live. Just edit it before.
Okay.
It should be set up now, but yeah, they go on from after Queens always.
Okay.
Yeah, but Jesse, you don't know Painkiller already?
What?
You
No,
know
I don't-
that it's a podcast. It was the #1 gaming podcast in the world for years, and I'm not pulling your arm on that. We were #1 gaming
Outdate
podcast for
3D
about
Panda
5
super
years.
chatted $24.36. Jesse, he has a cracking meltdown versus Syndicate. It was a cracking story.
Yeah, I did lose a 1v1 to Syndicate, which everybody like.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I loosely remember.
SSJ Pharaoh 96 super chatted $19.99. Man, seeing you guys together on screen just now was epic. Been watching all of y'all since I was in high school. Good shit, y'all.
Okay, guys, listen. Take your money and shove it up your ass. We get it. We're fucking old. Fuck off. All right?
Yeah.
I've been watching you since I was in kindergarten.
money
Fuck
and
you.
save it
Keep
for
your money.
Queens.
You, Jesus Christ. Fucking sit
But
here.
yeah, but I laid the foundation for a lot of the God YouTubers to this day still use the formula I created.
How many more times do I need fucking $20 donations telling me I'm old? I get it. Fuck off.
Were you like for an entertainment side or more like pro? Like, were you trying to go pro at one point?
I did go pro. I mean, I wasn't a main stage pro. I was a backup, but I was pro for 1 year. But for the most part, I was the camping guy.
Let me give you an example. All right. He's still good at Call of Duty, right? And it's ridiculous, right? So we tried to set it up like Boogie was like telling Wings that like he could beat him because Boogie.
Post Snowman super chatted $20. Y'all old as hell.
Fuck off. Boogie started playing Call of Duty for the very first time this year, and it has skill-based matchmaking, so it puts Boogie against other noobs. So Boogie starts thinking he's really good. So he starts calling Wings out to a 1v1, and we're all laughing because we know Boogie's going to get destroyed. But then I called Boogie off air, and I was like, look, I'm going to get this pro to play on your account to beat Wings, to fuck with Wings, right? And then we were going to, of course, reveal it, right? We weren't going to lie to the audience, but we were going to lie to Wings and prank Wings. So I get this fucking pro. He's playing on Boogie's account. Fucking Wings beat the pro.
Dang.
So the whole thing got ruined. And then we just had to we just looked stupid as fuck. Yeah.
I'm a huge sound whore.
My respect level is up here for you now, Wings.
Ooh,
If you're pro at a video game, I feel like you can be pro at anything in your life.
I mean, the whole #1 podcast that does nothing to do with it.
No, it's got to be a video game.
Well,
I mean, like I want to say Lolcow is going to be #1 eventually. I'm about to have 2 #1 podcasts.
Well, to be honest, yes, because this fucking thing just hit 8,000 concurrent viewers. I mean, that's pretty fucking good for a YouTube live stream.
What are you dressed like? Oh, no, you're not dressed. Go.
My
My
but I
daughter
don't
came
know.
in.
Are you in the house right now?
Yeah. It's snowing out, so I came to see the kids.
Video
with
Games
snow.
super chatted $20. 1982 was so long ago though. If you think about it, you're old as ship. Like the Titanic, get it? 'Cause the Titanic is old? Just like you guys? Super old, am I right? James F. Mick super chatted $24.36. Syndicate won against Wings.
We know this. Wait, Jesse, do you know about Lolcow Queens, the show that me and Mike run?
I know Tina is carrying that. Yeah.
Yeah, Tina and Becky. Like
Becky's. Yeah. I was getting her and then the pen girl confused.
you got to actually watch that show. That show is pretty fucking insane.
Admittedly, Tina is good, but she yells a lot, and it's like I want to see more range. Like you got to be able to mix it up with your dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Like
We've tried, but nobody gives a fuck when she does.
No one cares. They just want to see Tina fucking go ape shit.
We want.
geez. Like Boogie's got range. Like he can be super sad and pathetic. He can be really goofy. He can be like
really
loud.
goofy and pathetic. He can be really mad and pathetic.
Dude,
Pathetic's always that.
Boogie wanted to cry so badly today, and he just couldn't get it out.
Dude, it was really funny how that all happened because
I
me
think
and
he was
Keemstar were
crying.
trying to lock down a location for Fat Camp. And so he's like, let's get Boogie on the phone. So we call, and Boogie answers like, what do you want? Why are you calling me right now? What the fuck do you want? I was like, what the fuck did we just stumble on? What the hell just happened?
And Desi's screaming in the background, like just fucking losing her
She's
mind.
launching her shit in the front yard while we're on the phone.
She's
and
like,
she's
"Don't
like, baby,
do
please
it."
stop.
Don't do it. And he's like throwing her shit. And we can't see. We can just hear what's happening. And he's
So me
like,
and Keemstar was like, okay, Desi call me, Boogie, you call Michael, and we did like the Dr. Phil thing, but then they just ended up both on my phone call crying and they made up, and then like an hour later it was like, it's over again. I'm like,
King
oh fuck.
C4N3 super chatted $20. Keem, you were an old man for Halloween. This is your fault. Love y'all.
yeah.
It's crazy. Nothing's changed. Like it was like 6 years ago, Boogie saying it's over, I'm done. And now he's still going. He's not done yet, but he's still saying it.
Yeah.
Same way too, Jesse. The same phone calls, the same like earlier today he was talking about quitting the show because she wouldn't want to do Fat Camp or something. And so like he was like, well, I'm gonna have to downgrade the house. I gotta raise Sammy in a new home.
Oh my
The
lord.
channel's dead. I was like, dude, it's this all over again. It's 2018.
Dude, Boogie needs to man to fuck up because like my wife is going to bring her whole work setup with us to Fat Camp and work at the site.
Yep.
And it's like,
Kids, Wings.
no, I don't. I'm actually got low T and my wife has PCOS.
What is that?
Polyovarian cystic syndrome or something like that. It's basically
You like physically can't.
physically can't have kids, right?
Oh Jesus.
Are you taking anything for testosterone, Wings?
No, I quit it because every time I took it, it would turn to estrogen and it made me moody.
What about have you signed up got any like dick pills or anything from like Hims?
No, I can get a hard on. I just don't have libido.
Okay. Well, the pills help with that too.
But
Doesn't
Bring a couple
libido
of
get you hard?
I'm taking
I
them.
mean, you know what else helps with that? Getting a blowjob. I mean, like I can get an erection. I just don't think about sex unless it's in my face.
Literally, yeah. Well, I'll bring some dick pills for you to fat camp if you want to use any.
He said, I stopped taking testosterone because it turns into estrogen and make me moody.
That's what it did. It wasn't giving me the benefits. Like when you take testosterone, you think, okay, I'm gonna get a really thick beard. I'm gonna feel good. I'm gonna feel like a man. I'm gonna want to fuck everything. Yeah. No, I didn't get any of the fucking stuff. All I got was like mood swings, like I was on my period.
I'm getting hot flashes. God damn it.
The doctor gave him fucking estrogen pills, like transition medicine.
He's like, oh, I thought you wanted to be a bitch.
There's other things that like Boogie takes Wellbutrin. I can't take Wellbutrin. It makes me want to quit Minecraft.
Jesse, weren't you taking like estrogen at one point? Like
A few weeks ago, yeah, a few weeks
Gives you a
ago.
pill?
Why?
That did happen, yeah.
I'm talking about when Emily was like putting it in your cereal or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I was unknowingly ingesting. Yeah.
What does estrogen actually do for you?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Bro, I cannot believe we've still steered this conversation into medical bullshit. Like, stop. Fucking stop.
I mean, health is pretty important. I mean, Keem, you've had any
Keem
health issues?
Keem does not believe in the medical
Zero.
system.
I hate
Zero.
doctors. I hate fucking.
What is
all
your
that.
thoughts on the COVID vaccine? Let's talk about it.
No.
I mean,
I actually got it
I'm saying
though.
that.
Just so you know, I did get the first wave of it because my manager told me I had to.
I mean,
You can't hear any of this conversation unless you want to be anti-vaxxer. Go ahead.
She dressed up like Sonic again because you said you hated Sonic.
Dude, she legitimately got so angry. I was like, I don't like Sonic. She goes, don't say that. I was like,
Dude, I'm such a left winger. I have my vaccination card laminated in my truck glove box.
oh, Jesus. Look, okay, I'm vaccinated, but I'm not that vaccinated.
I thought it was going to be more important than it actually was. I thought like, okay, we're going to have this to get into like public events and shit like that going forward. So I wanted to keep it nice.
You think they're going to walk into like a restaurant? Here's my vaccination card.
Yeah, have wear it like an
I'm up
amulet.
today.
I think I'd rather die than go to the fucking hospital. Like if I had something serious going on, I think I'd rather just lay and die. Like I have a phobia of that fucking place. I don't know how anyone can deal with it. First of all, they put you in a waiting room. It doesn't matter where you're at, the doctor's office, the ER, wherever the fuck you go, you have to sit and wait. Motherfucker, I made a time with you motherfuckers. Why am I waiting? Makes no
Dude,
fucking sense.
I have the same gripe. It's like you do your shit at your job. We had 7:30 is my time, not other people's time. My time. I'm paying you for this time.
Then you go get it. And a lot of times they're like, oh, you need to go see a specialist. Motherfucker, what are you? What are you? You're not the specialist? All right, go fuck yourself then. Like,
One
you're
day they're
just a
going to
waste
look
of-
at Keem. They're going to be like, you know, if you came here 8 months ago, we could have cured this colon cancer. But
and
unfortunately, you don't go to the doctor.
Bro, these motherfuckers will literally tell you, oh, no, you got to go see this person. No, you do it. I'm paying. Are you going to send me a fucking bill? Hell yeah, you're going to send me a fucking bill. So you do
Like,
it.
what did I come to the dentist for? I need a colon cleanse.
It's so fucking annoying. Go fuck off. That's why I just don't go. I'm so done
a lot of
with
the specialists too, like they're booked out months in advance right now. Like it's actually insane. Like I tried to get one with a gastro. It was like scheduled till this was 4 months ago. They were booked until 2025.
I'd rather die.
Yeah.
I'm so
I'm so
tired
done
that
with it.
I got a colonoscopy. And even though me and Jesse aren't really talking, I was like talking to my doctor, like, okay, here's what's going on with my friend Jesse. He's like can't swallow, he's passing out, he's like blacking out. What's going on?
I'm
And like,
glad I'm like the poster child for health problems.
like texted Jesse, like, hey, listen, my specialist said this, get it looked at. Some of the vagus nerve.
Yeah, dude. In the ER, it sucked because like I'm blacking out, and there's a line of like 10 people in front of me. One dude is missing a finger. There's like they're vomiting, and like it doesn't matter. It's still bureaucratic, so you have to wait your turn. And it's like, dude, I'm literally dying right now. Like I don't know that I'm gonna survive.
They do triage. I mean,
Hansolo
that's not completely
989
accurate.
super chatted $20. Love how after Boogie left, the show feels like an actual podcast again. Big ups. I used to watch you all back in the day. Except for you, Keemstar. I was always partial to Scarce. Have you ever heard of him?
Ban him. Moderators ban him.
Don't ban
him.
Han. He
Ban
lives
him.
near me.
Ban
I
him.
forgot about Scarce.
Ban that fucker.
This
But,
guy is scared.
when you go to triage, they determine when you're going to go back.
So basically, Keemstar, like, really
so if you
fucked
wait a
up.
long time, triage said, "Hey, this guy's not really that sick."
Oh, interesting.
Oh my God. Okay, can we talk about anything else? Anything fucking else?
Let's talk about Basherverse.
What?
Let's just bring up all the skeletons in
By the
Keemstar's
way,
past.
Basherverse
Alex?
is dead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He died.
Did you talk to him before he
died of
passed?
COVID.
No. He ran. He was so more and more information came out through. He was popular, and I covered it on Drumler, and then things calmed down. He tried to have that relationship with Clara Baby Legs, and then they broke up, and then she leaked a bunch of stuff on him, like that she was actually like a minor when they started dating. She was lying about her age the entire time, so that was a whole thing. Then other girls came out. Then he flew to Australia to get away from everyone.
Terrence. The Longman 2012 inches long super chatted $20. Guys. I had a doctor literally Google WebMD symptom check me to tell me what I had.
Oh, Jesus.
I ran out and haven't been back.
So anyhow,
I got a story for that.
Anyhow, he went down to Australia and he was hiding out and he was living with people, but he wasn't online, right? And this is after he tried to get a job at Best Buy, got fired, and all this other stuff, right? More and more information started coming out about him, and then there was like a period of like a year where like nobody heard a thing about him, right? Then bam, COVID comes, and he starts frantically tweeting that he's gonna beat this and da 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 da.
Love this super chatted $20. I can't stand it nowadays. I went to the dentist yesterday and they were taking my blood pressure and telling me all this crap like check my blood pressure at home and do a sleep apnea test. Like just clean my teeth, bitch.
Exactly, dude. Fuck this. Anyhow, long story short, motherfucker died. And his last tweet is like, I'm gonna beat this COVID shit. But here's the number one issue with that. Now we're getting reports that a lot of these people that died during COVID, it was the ventilators. The ventilators worked against them instead of helping them. It did the exact opposite. Remember when we were making all these fucking ventilators, sending them everywhere? That actually hurt them.
Yeah, it's usually like once you get on the ventilator, the probability is not good. You're gonna make it.
Once you're at that point, it's over.
Yeah, once you're not even breathing on your own, it's like.
See, I don't know how to take what you guys are saying because like my wife's sister, her eldest sister, got COVID and went on the ventilator, and it pretty much saved her life.
Yeah, the percentage is bad because my uncle was on the ventilator and died from COVID.
Hey,
So
if it was that Wing. Wing was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. My
No, I'm just saying. I can see that there could be what you're saying and have some truth into it, but at the same time, like my experience is telling me the opposite, and I don't have enough information to make a good judgment on it.
Well,
I mean, you pretty much get to the point where you have to go on a ventilator, but the odds of coming off the ventilator, I think it's like 70% of people go on the ventilator don't come back.
I'm never going on a ventilator. I could tell you that for a fact.
I want to tell you a story, Keemstar. My brother, he was in the army first, the bloody first in 2000, early 2000s. He was in Baghdad, Operation Freedom and stuff like that. He was outside of a town called Fallujah, right? And part of his role is he was a medic.
That's a famous battle.
Yeah, he was a medic, right? So when people would come into him, they would have like whatever it might be, like spider bites were really bad one over there in that area and stuff like that. And he knew so little about medicine, but he was in charge of all the medicine that he would go look the stuff up in the books in the back. So he'd like, hold up. And he'd walk into another room and like open a big book up and like look up the symptoms and like try to diagnose the guy that way.
The Battle of Fallujah is like a famous battle. And in Iraq, right? Or Afghanistan, I can't remember.
Iraq.
Yeah. It's a famous battle during those wars, but I don't know. Like I was saying before I was cut off, though, I'll never be on a ventilator because I don't have one at my house. I ain't going. Fuck that. Yeah. So what's the new project that you're working on, Jesse?
Just pitching the movie right now. We've been in the pitching process for around a month now. The holidays and then the LA fires sort of messed it up a little bit. But things are moving now. I just got like 6 or 7 responses this week.
What is the movie? Can you talk about it?
It's called Don't Dream About Me. There's I put out a teaser poster. But details are pretty sparse right now.
So when you're saying pitch, you're trying to get funding for the movie, right?
No, the movie's done. It's full. Everything's finished. Trailer's done. We're just trying to pitch it to the streamers for distribution.
I'm pretty sure I know what the movie is because I think Mike told me, and I think it's awesome. No?
No.
Nice.
I don't know anything about his movie.
Oh, maybe
I
you
don't think
did.
there is a movie.
Maybe you did. I think you
It
did.
could be guessable. It could be guessable because like
There
we've
is
had
no movie, Jesse. There's no movie.
it's a fake
I don't
story.
I don't
The
think it
movie is a
exists.
fake plot.
This is like a new YouTube series where he's pretending he made a movie and then there is no movie at the end.
And then the health issues arise and it's all
Yeah,
I
that's
got a question. Like, why don't you try to go for distributors to straight the streaming?
Say it again.
Why didn't you try to go to a distributor? Like, it's January. Right now, you can get almost anything in theaters in January. Like, if you went to like a major like film distributor that would distribute to movie theaters, you probably could get it that way.
Yeah, but you need a streaming deal. That's how everyone watches. You know, you need a streaming.
What are you
deal.
saying?
He's saying get it in the actual movie
just put it
theaters.
out.
Yeah.
How do you do that, Wings?
Well, you go to a distributor like Lionsgate.
Yeah. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're going to distributors and direct to the streaming platforms themselves. So like, I have a sales agent who's pitching. We got a list of like 30 some different platforms. So like Lionsgate's one, Netflix, Hulu, Disney, you name it. But then also like the A24s and the distribution companies that could get us those deals, or also a theatrical deal. Pretty much whatever we can get our hands on.
If you get A24 to distribute your film, that's a badge of quality. They're very picky.
Yeah, that would be a big win.
If they reject it, it's a different badge of quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was Raka's. Raka got the A24 love. They got picked up at Sundance.
I think they mentioned that shit to us. Like they're getting a movie made when we were like playing.
Did their
Halo
movie?
with them at
Did their
VidCon.
movie come out?
Yeah,
Don't
talk to me.
dream about, or no, talk to me.
Talk to me. I haven't seen it. I'll have to.
Dude,
watch
Talk to Me is
fucking
amazing. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, I think it made like over 100 mil box office.
Okay, right before COVID hit, I went to Australia. I was there for like 2 weeks, and me and Raka, both the twins, went fucking metal detecting for gold. We actually found some fucking gold. But I've hung out with those boys. They're fun as hell.
Yeah, they're
we
wild.
hung out with them in LA when we went to VidCon. Him and one of them. Which one was it, Jesse?
Danny.
They had like a Halo tournament.
I hate myself that I lost to him too. Like that really hurt because I'm a huge
Beat your
Halo
ass?
fan.
Yeah.
And no, dude, it was like within like 3 kills or
It was a
something.
blowout, dude. He
I
destroyed
think you were
Jesse.
filming me though, so I got like super distracted. I was
Sure,
trying to
that's
be
what it was.
entertaining. I'm like, oh no.
It was a blowout. Jesse lost by
No.
a large margin.
He got the sword at one point. I was like, dude, I thought it was a gentleman's game.
Someone suggests that we should have a Halo tournament. Oh, Wings, I want to tell you about this. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We have 8 shows running now. All right. So
Correct.
here's my idea. I don't know if I can do this by Sunday, but I would like to do it relatively soon. One day, all right, Becky's gonna stream Rust on Queens. I'm gonna stream Rust on Lolcow Live. All right. You're gonna stream over on the gaming channel. Aussie's going to be streaming. Every single channel will have a representative streaming Rust, all right? We're all going to play on the server. We're going to kick out all the fans, and it's going to be all the channels versus each other.
So
Go ahead.
Oh, it's just 1v1, like we're going to build and then like try to see who's the last. Is it going to be like a hardcore kind of situation, or
Like
is it a
me
respawn?
and you would technically be on a team, and Boogie if he's there as well. Like
I don't want to be on fucking Becky's team. What the fuck?
Mike and Becky would be on a team. Well, I don't know. We'll figure out a way. We'll figure out a
We're
good.
gonna have the smallest camp.
We'll figure out a good structure, but the whole idea is every show will be streaming at once, and we're all playing Rust on the same server versus each other.
I like this idea. I want to see Tina play Rust.
Well, Tina's
That's
not
her leg
going
right
to.
now in the snow, dude.
Tina's not going to do it, but
Every time I hear Rust, I think of Call of Duty, but you're talking about the game Rust.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a survival game. Yeah, you got to build everything from scratch.
Got it.
It's fun as hell. I made Mike play for years back in the day.
It was addicting. It's like one of the best ever games
They
to play.
hamper me because I'm a console gamer and I don't do mouse and keyboard, so like I'm not as good as I used to be.
I'm with you, dude. I would need to plug in the Xbox controller with the USB.
You can use it, but you wouldn't want to. You just wouldn't want to.
It probably is a huge disadvantage.
Yeah.
Wings, if you set up the stream incorrectly, that's gonna be $1,000 fine. So you can't fuck that up.
Oh my lord. I'm not Boogie. I have the ability to follow directions. There's only 4 fucking steps.
Thank you.
I don't know how we fucked it up.
Thank you. Why did I get gaslit into? Oh, I'm a horrible boss and I'm mean and all this. Because
The only reason I was doing it is because I felt responsible for Boogie fucking up because I asked him to do it for me.
Actually, do you know this story?
No.
A couple of streams ago, Boogie was supposed to set up a stream. He fucked it up, and you're supposed to select new stream instead of reusing the old stream. He reused it, and he set up the stream with the old thumbnail. That fucks up notifications.
That's pretty bad.
Dude, he's done it several times.
I'm like trying to explain to everyone. I'm like, you don't understand how sensitive a YouTube channel is. You fuck up the notifications. You do this. You click a wrong button.
Udonian super
all of a sudden
chatted
your channel's broken.
$19.99. Spent a lot of time in my teen years watching Angry Grandpa and the Psycho series. Thanks for the entertainment, guys. Rip AGP folded hands. P.S. Jesse the Haunted series was my favorite.
So it's like, you know, you can't this is serious, dude. When you set up a stream or you're sending out a YouTube video and putting your thumbnail on it, you got to treat it like you're doing open heart surgery. You got to like really slow down and make sure everything's right. Because if you go back and you keep editing it and all this other stuff, you'll break the fucking channel. That's how and no one believes me. Everyone thinks I'm lying, bro. This is how it is, dude. You can't fuck around with that shit. The channel gets broke.
I got a copyright strike in September because I used a Green Day song for my aunt's funeral, which I paid for, but I didn't know how to, I didn't know you had to add the permissions as you're uploading the video. I got the strike in September, and my views instantly were like, boom, like almost 40% gone.
Yep.
Yeah, even just a simple, like you do a community post, a video, a short. Like if you do 3 posts, the notifications stop going out. So if Boogie fucks up once and then has to redo it, the noties already went out. Everyone's fucking confused. They clicked once. It's this old stream. They're not going to want to watch another one.
Yeah, Michael's ex-wife is in the chat.
Great. What is she saying?
She said, "What's up,
what's up, Jesse?"
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
Mike.
I haven't. Yeah, it's actually kind of weird. I haven't. Yeah, I'm sure fans are delighted that we're together.
Yeah, right.
I figured we just weren't going to discuss that, but
I don't do. It's one of those things where like you want to save that for like a title and like that's too explosive of a like something to do, like right.
Together. Yeah, even Keem. I mean, I haven't talked to Keem legitimately in a while.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, me and Keem were in that thing against Jesse. Dude, that phone call.
About
that phone call. Jesse was clearly recording the phone call, and Keemstar. Am I allowed to call people retarded on here? Keemstar was like, "You're a fucking retard. Fuck you, Jesse. You're fucking retarded." It was. You have to release that phone call one day. Like you've got to.
I forget what gamer from Mars. I think he got something.
Oh,
I don't think he put that.
That's what you guys are talking about. The Gamer from Mars stream.
No. We remember when the Storyfire stuff happened. Me and you were calling Jesse privately.
Oh, okay.
And you just went nuclear on him for being a retard.
Yeah.
I can't talk bad about Gamer from Mars. He's the only person when I was like getting fucked up by the trolls that actually reached out and helped me. Like
Art did a great job on that documentary.
Art's awesome. Yeah. No, we was cool.
Like he set me up with like dudes from YouTube and got email connections. Some guy that worked on the YouTube app and because I was worried about losing all my shit because I was getting for about 7 years there. I was in the pit. Like people were just hounding me, trying to cancel me. But like I'm fat and I don't give a fuck, so I'm hard to cancel. But like they took the YouTube channel, that's pretty much canceled.
Yeah, dude. I think it's safe to say we're all unkillable because here we are, like 16, 17 years later.
Dude, we're about to hit fucking 20 years on YouTube. For me, it's going to be 2029. For you guys, it's going to be fucking what, 2027, Mike?
Yeah, 2007 I started. Yeah.
When did you start, Jesse?
2006. So I'm next year.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine's
God.
January 28th, 2008.
Damn.
Yeah, what made you in our kind of sunlight years here on the internet? What made you want to do these Lolcow things, Game of all? Because you have unlimited options. I'm curious what led you to this.
So basically, there was this guy named DSP who was a Lolcow, right? Are you familiar with the term? What a Lolcow is?
Yeah, I can imagine.
So a real quick description: the individual that's the Lolcow gets limited views, but millions of views are made outside of their content, talking about them, right, and picking on them and criticizing them, whatever, right? So I had this idea. I've known Boogie forever. I've known Wings forever. Boogie and Wings are both considered Lolcows, and DSP. I was going to make a podcast with all them because I have such experience with doing podcasts and whatnot. I sold Mom's Basement to Spotify for stupid money. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do the impossible. I'm going to make a podcast with these Lolcows. You know, long story short, DSP was impossible to work with, this and that. And then we went to go do it. And quickly it turned into, this is not going to be successful with the three of them, which we had Tommy C at the time. I'm going to have to do live streams to make this successful. So I started live streaming a couple days a week. One thing led to another.
Con Jr. super chatted $20. Gamer from Mars, more like gamer from retard land. KEEMSTAR quote XD.
Thank you. And one thing led to another. Tommy C left, got fired, whatever you want to fucking call it. So now we're just doing live streams, right? Then we decided, well, why are we ending a show with 5,000 concurrent viewers? Let's make another show and send that traffic.
Twisted Slop 62 super chatted $19.99. Mike, please remake a song about a boy. It's my favorite song of yours. Also, you blocked me on Twitter and I don't know why. Damn, that
Neither
sucks,
do I.
LMAO. Anyway, I love you, RIP AGP.
Amen. And then, we made more shows and more shows and more shows over the last 2 months or whatever. I've been grinding at this, making shows, and now they're all successful. They're all making fucking stupid money. We just keep forwarding the audience. And so what I'm trying to do is make shows for 24 hours. So one of our shows is live at all times.
So you basically fell in love with the idea and had to see it come to fruition.
I think the only thing wrong with the Keems idea is the name. I think we've outgrown the Lolcow name.
Mm-hmm. We have.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I don't even imagine you, Wings, as a Lolcow.
Yeah. He doesn't either.
Well,
What would you call it?
mine's a very specific reasoning. I had a breakdown because my grandmother just got diagnosed with lung cancer, and I was, getting up in the weight. I was 470 pounds at the time. And I was seeing my life. I'm like, my grandmother's going to die in the next year or so. I'm going to be by myself and I'm going to be bedridden. And so I'm like, I'm going to go get weight loss surgery. So I started this fundraiser to try to get people to help me afford weight loss surgery. Cause I pretty much I was in Friends season 7 mode back then. I was just bleeding money. And the very first stream I did, people just fucked with me to the point that it cracked me. And I punched a hole in my wall. I still have that hole in the wall. It's right there. Hole right there. I punched that hole in the wall.
Our signature. I saw it on the wall.
Yeah. And that went viral, stupid viral, 2 or 3 million views, right, on YouTube. And
This was a real thing.
Real thing. I had a
I don't
meltdown.
know fake anger. So that's
No, I was
Wow.
100% a breakdown. I cried like a dog. I had an emotional breakdown on stream, and people loved it. And they spent the next 4 or 5 years of their life trying to get me to repeat it. And I always have this niche I want to defend myself, and it's something I've had to slowly have beaten out of me. And they
still
did it.
has
They beat it out of me.
Nah, he still has it. He still defends every little fucking thing to the death. Yeah.
Didn't your gallbladder explode or something?
Yeah, Keem killed my gallbladder with some fucking maul. He's promised me an axe. He gave me this undersized axe that had no blade on it.
That was the other thing. During this whole process of making this show, everybody said the show is going to die. The show is going to fail. So then I just started working like a fucking madman and working and working and working. And now that we've had all this success, now that they're saying all the other
Redeeming
shows are
super
going to fail.
chatted $20. Wings, you could be called a lot worse than a Lolcow. Just accept the label and move on before you talk yourself into something worse. SSJ Pharaoh 96 super chatted $19.99. Is Jesse considering joining the LCL?
So by everyone saying the show sucks and by everyone saying the show is going to fail, they have baited me into making sure it fucking succeeds. And so that's kind of where we're at now.
My issue isn't so much about me being a Lolcow for the donator. It's more, I don't give a shit what people call me. Honestly, like Lolcow, whatever it is. I'll wear whatever badge you want to. My thing is it makes it hard to
Vader's
sell
Demon super
advertisements.
chatted $20. I want to know who throws a controller harder, Psycho Dad or Wings?
I do easily.
Probably
It's
Wings.
easy.
My dad's like in his 60s now.
You know, I didn't. Jesse actually bought advertisement space on my boxing gear. I don't know if everybody's ever seen it, but I didn't know if it was real until I was sitting in the stands after the match and he paid me. I was like, because I went through a friend of mine named Ryan and he got the sponsorship
Wait,
deal
you were
for
there?
me.
You were there, Jesse?
No.
Oh. Who paid you then?
Oh, Jesse paid me. Like he sent me a thing because I gave Ryan my like PayPal account to give to him, and as soon as I sat in the stands, it goes, bling. So and so has paid you. I was like,
Did you not know who was on your shirt when you were walking out because you didn't know who Jesse was?
I didn't know it was. I didn't even know why Boogie was upset at the guy on my shirt.
Yeah.
I remember I was watching. I was like, "That's good. That's a fucking pro troll move right there."
Dude,
Yeah.
we've talked about this a million times about fucking Boogie, Grimm, and the hookers. What's your perspective? Because we love this story.
I mean, time has passed, but the blood on my carpet still remains. So I look back more fondly, but dude, to be honest, it was pretty extreme because Psycho Dad comes from a real place, and his real temper is insane. And so I was a little worrisome that it got captured on video, and Boogie, a creator friend, received the brunt. And then Grimm, I think my first time meeting Grimm also. So like we're trying to make wheel and deal for Storyfire. And Grimm and I are first meeting. My dad, they're threatening each other to put each other through a table, and there's prostitutes fingering themselves. My Aunt Jackie's around the corner. There's family mixed in. I think we had a young girl there, underage, who was just like a niece. It was a literal shit show, but Grimm and I still haven't spoke, so I don't know what that's about.
I love how Grimm describes it. It was supposed to be a rager. He said, and so Grimm's like, it's supposed to be a rager, so I showed up with hookers and cocaine.
Yeah, this was the story I was told, right? Jesse's telling everyone he's having this crazy party. I couldn't go at the time. I remember Mike was just about to have a kid or something.
Yeah, literally the party was the night Mia was born.
Yeah, and so like all this crazy stuff is happening. So these guys are planning to come to the Jugger Nuggets rave, right? They get there. Grimm brings hookers, which Boogie's in love with, right? Drugs and all this other stuff. And it's McJugger Nuggets family, right? So then Psycho Dad freaks out on Grimm and Boogie and Grimm think it's part of the bit. They think they're making a Psycho Dad video. So they start playing along and getting in Psycho Dad's face and talk shit back. And the thing is just escalating worse and worse and worse to the point where at what point does Boogie figure out this is not a fucking video?
Yeah. I mean, I knew it was legit. I mean, everyone's in Lord of the Rings LARPing gear also to make it more ridiculous.
Because it was a Halloween party, yeah.
Yeah, you get like
Jesse
fucking Brian.
like Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah, I'm Bilbo Baggins. Yeah. So, I think I got scared when my dad was like, "You just threatened a government employee, you fat motherfucker." I was like, "Holy shit!" Like when you start making your words like each word is a sentence, is like it starts getting fucking scary. What's crazy is Grimm got kicked out, the prostitutes as well, and the tension lingered. So really, some of the craziest shit happened off camera with Boogie later. We were trying to do this scene. I'm supposed to throw the one ring into the fires. And all of a sudden, my dad makes a comment to Boogie about like wanting to get off on these prostitutes. Boogie's just like, "Fuck you, Jeff." And it was like, Oh shit.
This is not what Boogie says happened. Boogie has a different version of the story.
Boogie changes this one so many times, and my dad. I mean, obviously, you know, you get "fuck you" direct from Boogie is like, you know, all of a sudden my dad gets in front of his face, is just like you. My dad always is like, "You fat motherfucker, you got no fucking respect, you got no life." My brother's threatening to like beat him over the head with a chair,
threatened to crack him in the skull with like a pipe.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, and poor Mike, his daughter's about to be born. He's about to become a father.
No, I'm holding her for like the first time. It's
he
like
gets
2
a
in the
call
morning.
from Boogie. Boogie's like, "Help me! I just got kicked out of Jesse's house by Psycho Dad." And then
I'm like, let me get Keemstar on the phone. Let me add Keemstar to this shit.
I
dude.
get on the
I
phone.
thought it was total bullshit.
And I'm like, what happened? So I'm not believing it either. And then once we realized that this was real, then we went to Jesse and we're like, please release the footage. But it was too real to him and his family. They're like, no, absolutely not. I'm like, no, let me run this on Drummler. This is hilarious.
Yeah, I do. You earned my respect that day because you did resist and didn't run that, and I appreciate that because my dad was still working for the government at that point. He literally just retired, so he was like, if this comes out,
it took me a while because it eventually got released because I did cover it at some point, but it was like months later or a year later or something. Dude, it's the craziest fucking story. I love that story to death.
And the other detail is when I told Grim about the party. Is I said, hey, you know, we're having. I think I did say epic banger. I think that is fair, which it was. You know, we have Chick-fil-A party tray. You know, we get the Moe's catering. We have some alcohol, but he
didn't have Coke and whores though.
We were missing those, but he BYOC'd and NP'd, and he said, "Can I bring my girlfriend?" And so. Girlfriend versus 2 prostitutes, definitely a pretty big difference there.
This was the time where Boogie was actually fucking hookers. So Boogie's just sitting his fat ass in their chair while the hookers are in their Halloween costumes twerking and doing all this stuff. And he's just rolling back and forth like, yee.
According to Grim, one of the hookers one of them I think is like dead now of like a heroin overdose.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Nuh-uh. Is that legit?
Yeah, I'll reach out to him to make sure. It's either her or somebody. I'm pretty sure it is her though.
We should have we should watch the video and have a memorial for her. But guys, I gotta send it over to Queens. We only got 3 minutes left. Final words. Kid behind the camera.
Fuck off, Boogie.
Jesse, what do you got?
Let's squash this. Let's squash this thing we have.
What's the thing?
Do that too.
Oh, well, come on.
Dude.
Mustrarin super chatted $20. I've started watching all of you around the 2015-2016 era of YouTube, and I will never stop. You guys are amazing.
Dude, it's one of these things where I put a lot of time and effort in, and I just got burned so goddamn bad. You weren't honest with me, Jesse. You know, it's just like one of these things.
This is the Starfire shit, right?
Yeah. We got
even how you said that, I don't believe it.
What do you mean?
I think you're doing like the Boogie thing where it's like, oh, I did so much, all this. I didn't even feel it in your energy.
Oh, because I'm trying to be nice. You know.
I never did it for the money. I just did it out of support for Jesse. But Jesse's actions afterwards, I was like, you know, I'm Team Keemstar with this argument.
It wasn't.
I was a retard for not reaching out.
Mike, this was presented to me as a business. I took it serious as a business, and I grind it. Got all those people on, and just Jesse, you weren't honest with me, right?
Well, let's hear it. How was I not honest with you?
Unfortunately, we don't have time. But like, I didn't know that your little. I didn't know that your little developer owned all the shares. That was a mystery until shit started fucking falling apart.
You're saying Brian is a developer?
Yeah. Well, whatever the fuck he did.
That just shows like there's complete ignorance.
This is the whole show.
I didn't want to come on here. I felt bad for Boogie because Desi's like brought him back from the dead, but I would be willing to give you a Lolcow show, Keem. If we want to do this legitimately, I would be open for it.
To talk about Storyfire?
To talk about all of it, because it's not just Storyfire. There's also a whole transphobia, which I think is very topical for our current administration.
I got a better
There's only
idea.
2 genders now.
I got a better idea. I know how much you owe me, right? in my head of how
Jesus
much
Christ.
work I've done. Why don't you launch a show in the Lolcow Live universe and I'll get my money back that way? Let me put you to work.
I think that would require a show in of itself to hash that out.
I will be your first guest.
Wow. Whoa. I mean, hey, look, if we can get some inkling, because the Storyfire thing is, I think the statute of limitations is running out, and how many times we can use that. Because I've apologized handful of times.
I know, and
I think I've been very forgiving with the slander of transphobia.
On a personal level, I don't know what you're talking about with that, but on the oh no, I do know. I do know.
Well,
I
what
do
the
know.
fuck?
I do know. I do know now. Okay. And
It was your previous show, the
This is
KEEMSTAR
a show.
podcast.
Honestly, God, this is a show. We need to save all this and shut the fuck up and save
I
it.
agree. Because
On a personal level,
the
on a
three of us,
personal
and
level-
Wings can moderate.
On a personal level, I don't hate you, Jesse. All right. On a business level, that scamming piece of shit, that lying fucking little rat, it's like two different things. I get it, right?
Who's the rat? Me?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to watch Lolcow Queens.
We have
This
to do this at
show
some point.
is done
This has
and
to
over
happen.
with.
This has to happen.
We'll give you an update on the Jugger Nuggets show on Lolcow Live Universe. We'll see you guys next time. Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy. And to everyone that says everything's fake and staged and planned, didn't even know Jesse was showing up tonight. But I'm sending you right now over to Lolcow Queens with the home wrecker, Becky Boop. See you tomorrow.